I drink your milkshake.
You are listening to the Billionaire Podcast Network.
Moving my bones, no place to rest. Travel the north just to find my head. I'm still cornfed. Cornfed. Moving my bones, no place to rest. Travel the north just to find my head. I'm still cornfed.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to Cone Fed with Dalton Pruitt, only on the Billionaire Podcast Network.
Yo. Fill her up.
I don't have the soundboard yet, but I did have that file on deck.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's fun.
We spent about 3 hours recording that in Dalton's garage.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, we had to go out and buy a cash register, a slot machine. We had to hire Carlos Mencia, and then we had to
What is that called?
a station
Farley?
tag.
Is it Farley when they do
We,
that?
Oh,
It
a Foley artist, like when you
we had to
do-
find an old school gas station that still pumps
yeah,
the
we
gas.
we had to find a full service. We had to go to Jersey to find a full service gas station to record that guy.
It took a weekend.
Yeah, it was a long weekend, but we got the 7 seconds we needed.
More audio clips are coming.
$150,000 altogether to get that audio.
Like a Mr. Beast video.
Yeah, but hey, we got it. No more do I have to say it myself.
Never again.
Never again. And then when the soundboard comes in, whenever I get, if I can ever get a soundboard, I just have a button I can push to launch that.
Yeah, it's basically like you said, Mr. Beast. The quality of the show is more important than the money.
That's true. And we're gonna get into that. That's a great launching pad for this episode. But we got Sal in the mix. We got Sal here.
Hello.
Good job, Sal. And then we
So
lost
bad at that.
lost our guest. What happened to Dave?
So soon.
Where'd he go?
Did you already lose me? Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
your screen is completely black.
Ah,
What happened to your camera? Oh, there we go.
oh,
Okay.
no. Maybe I have maybe my camera is set up that the
Your-
timer's going off now.
Your camera's really good though.
Yeah, we
I
can't lose that beard.
comes out my
Keep that beard on
windows here.
screen.
So this is probably going to continue to cut out.
It's all good.
Yeah.
We got a friend of mine, friend of the show, Mr. Dave Wright. Dave, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me, Mr. Dalton.
Now, Dave, your expertise is environmental science, I heard.
yeah. So,
Earth science, also known as.
I should have got
Um,
a fedora. Should have
yeah.
went to the store, bought a fedora for tonight.
I thought we were going to be talking about glaciers and shit.
Yeah, we're talking glaciers. We're talking tectonic plates.
Meandering rivers.
Word alert.
No, I remember that one.
Rogan episode, but I saw all the memes of that guy, and I was like, I know exactly what that guy's talking about. The dude with the beard and the fedora, the one on Rogan.
Oh, Flint Dibble. Oh yeah. I didn't watch all that. It was like 4 hours. I
I
started
didn't watch
watching it.
any of it, but all I saw was that he took his headset and went like this, so that he could keep the fedora on.
Oh,
during-
dude, that
during
rocks! What a power move.
Yeah, that's awesome.
No, I mean Dave here. You and I met just through the internet, as I've met most of my friends now. Just being a troll, me being a troll, and then you dabble in trolling, and so we became friends that way. And you and I had a pretty enlightening conversation a few weeks ago about cryptocurrency. You seem to know quite a bit about the world. So oh, I did, but I did want to because I guess this is an extension of what this is will be an extension of what we were doing, the crypto trap house. But you mentioned Mr. Beast and made me think of that thing he drove me fucking crazy, that thing he posted the other day where he was saying that the thing that I've hated about YouTube for years now, where he said that
Yeah.
the people are done, like, not, they're tired of the way that YouTube videos are made, the ADHD, like, hyper
Mhm.
jumpy edited videos that people do. And he's like, so that's why this new video is 40 minutes of long, they want the story. And that drove me up the fucking wall, because I'm like, dude, you started this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the one that began that.
Yeah, it's his fault.
Yeah, it's like you created the entire paradigm that everybody follows for YouTube. Like, everybody's following your lead. And so now you're acting like you're saying, like, you're gonna you're gonna,
Yeah,
like,
give him
change
a
the
piece of
game.
mind, Dalton. Mr. Beast.
I love YouTube
not a
videos
not a
though.
friend of the show. Not a
Mr. Beast is not. I do not. That is one of the weirdest, like,
Hold on.
soulless black holes of a person I've ever seen.
I like Jimmy, okay? And I just want to be Jimmy, if you're watching this, I just want to say I think you're actually pretty cool. And I'm not gonna stand for you guys bad mouthing him.
It would be funny to watch him like spend millions of dollars trying to be punk rock, because he's like, punk rock is the new way. It's all about authenticity.
Oh, that would, yeah.
Hey, dude, he
That would be
built,
cool. He's like, we brought 10,000 vials of Narcan to the basement show here in Youngstown, Ohio.
we brought $1 million vials of acid to the Fish concert.
Yeah. We brought 30,000 cases of warm Keystone Light.
You can just
to
trade that guy too. Bam's not doing anything right, so he can get.
Bam. I
Man,
don't know what
I'll tell you what.
Bam recently injured himself, I think.
Bam could do anything he
Yeah.
wants, dude.
That's
It's
true.
not too late. You know what I mean? And I hate the fact that like everyone is acting like he's about to die. Like, I mean, he's got a lot of years left. I'm rooting for Bam.
I
I'm
saw
rooting
him.
for Bam.
He looked
I
good.
saw
He
that.
was coherent in his speech.
Yeah, I'm him and Steve-O need to make up or whatever, get Knoxville, get the gang back together and
Yep.
do like a, I don't know,
I'm on Bam's
something.
team.
Don't do stand up.
The fact that they're giving him shit, they're like, "Hey, dude, you got to straighten your act up, or you can't be in Jackass anymore." Is
I couldn't.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't believe that, just because he's literally, he's been wilding. He's been a wild boy the last few years. And they told him, like, well, you can't be in Jackass 4. And it's like, I mean, of all the productions that are going on in Hollywood, this exclusive club of entertainers
And
or whatever, that's the one where it's like, oh, well, actually, you do meet the prerequisite for being a jackass, because you're being a jackass in real life.
I mean, he must have just been that miserable on drugs. Like, some people are just not, they're not
I don't know if I
fun.
heard this right, but he was talking about they tried to make a Jackass in some foreign country. Knoxville did, and it failed.
Yeah, like 3
So-
Chinese dudes died and they were like, pull the
Yeah.
plug.
Yeah.
It's like when they make Miles and Otis, they just kept killing Chinese guys that they
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
they
a
did.
bunch of Chinese dudes died. It wasn't the same result as what happened over
they
here.
look exactly the same, so you can just replace them like a beagle.
Apparently, American teens are more resilient.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the American white boys can withstand getting kicked in the nuts much
Oh,
better
yeah.
than Chinamen.
We're so
You would think that
complacent.
wouldn't work though. So what's the Chinaman nut size? Is it
I
proportional?
don't think they fully
the
descend
spread?
until they're 25.
I think it's like the prefrontal cortex. The
Mhm.
Chinese nuts aren't fully developed until their mid-20s.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that's why they're having such, like, a low birth rate now.
They're almost making themselves extinct. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
so they're sort of like locusts. Like, locusts only emerge like every 17 years.
Like
Is it-
rats.
Yeah. Isn't and this is like an apocalyptic year for locusts, right? Like there's like two different species that are gonna come out
Bro,
at the same
any
time.
animal that isn't like most animals should be put down. That's my opinion. Like 80 to 90% of all wildlife needs to be put down immediately.
Would have been a great pioneerman. Just go down there, killing the buffalo and
I'm not a fan,
train all
dude.
day,
Like,
killing buffalo for no reason.
you know, unless it produces some kind of honey or something, or like, or it can work, like, you know, some kind
Yeah,
of working animal.
Sal is a human homo. What are we called? Homo sapien supremacist.
Homo sapien rights activist.
Yeah, yeah. Sal sees fucking dogs and he's like, they will not replace us. Sal goes to a bar and there's some fat white chick with her fucking pug in there, and he's like, "Get him out of here! Get him!" And I'm like that. If I go to a bar or a coffee shop or anywhere, and there's just like a bunch of fucking dogs in there, I'm fuming mad.
That's the most
There's certain
preposterous part
animals-
about dogs. Is would you say, Dave?
There are certain animals that I wouldn't mind getting rid of, but I won't talk. I won't talk about it on here.
What animals?
What?
You can tell us.
What, like immigrants?
Yeah, well, some of them.
Oh no, never mind. I actually did watch a couple of your videos, so
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what this show is normally like, so I'm trying to get the flow from you two guys.
I mean, we just riff. We cover some topics. I did want to, because you're very knowledgeable about new money systems based on the
please don't talk
conversation.
about crypto.
Dude, we're here. This is only
Do that
only
in
here
your
to talk
own
about
time.
crypto. This is Crypto Trap House.
You got trapped. This is the house of crypto.
Well,
I
it's
just hate
actually-
when you start talking about shit I don't understand.
I don't know if anyone understands it. Dave seems to know a lot about it, but
Which is 50% of this show is you talking about stuff I don't understand.
well, Sal, I mean, you
That
could
would be
fill
good,
the
though.
fucking Grand Canyon with shit that you don't understand.
That's what Einstein said. You don't really know something till you can explain it to a retard.
Einstein
Yeah,
did say
that's
that.
Yeah, you can look it up.
That's sort of the thesis of this show is explaining things to a retard.
Yeah.
Me learning things.
But I'm retarded on this one because I got into crypto recently. I'm doing a unique investment strategy of a buy high, sell low. Apparently,
Yeah.
because I bought everything at the do what?
Make it back in mass.
Yeah, because I bought everything that I got kind of at the peak of this bull run, and then immediately, and I guess there's like external forces that cause like other things that cause this crash, because like everything tanked almost immediately, especially when Iran was talking about attacking Israel. Like the entire crypto market just started plummeting, and I was like, well, cool, I got in at the right time. All of
I
my
feel bad. I had mentioned that to you kind of in that space, is that when it's booming, you kind of have to sit back and just learn about it. And when it's not booming is when you want to be investing in researching and figuring stuff out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going through like trial by fire because it looks like it's climbing back up, especially with the I don't know, the halving. I don't know any of this. But I mean, dude, I've been going on like different like subreddits and following all these different Twitter accounts, people that say they know what's going on. I'm convinced at this point that a lot of people that are really into this have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree.
I think
And-
a lot of the self-proclaimed like crypto guys, like the experts that you see on Twitter, I think they're just as it's for them it's just as much of like go like a casino like gambling experience as it is for anybody.
Yeah, I would agree. But it's a huge space, so you're going to concentrate on what you concentrate on. I don't know how serious you want to get.
I'm just like I'm kind of
I'm still laughing from crack on your other show there when he said, or maybe it was this show when he was saying Sal was the Italian friend simulator. That got me.
Italian
Now every
friend
time I
simulator.
see Sal, that's all I can think of.
It is kind of like that. Like being friends with Sal is like, huh? I get a real Italian. We got the Italian friend experience.
Well,
Because
I was just watching as you started bringing up crypto. He was all jolly. He was having so much fun. He was ready to just rip out some keto hot dogs. And then he started just thinking back and he's like, I do not want to talk about
I don't know what they're talking about.
dude,
That's
well,
the
yeah,
thing.
because Italians can only understand money if it's like
Laying
cash
out
in a manila envelope or
carried around
something.
town. Yeah.
Yeah, just like an envelope full of cash, you know. He's a
If
good
not,
earner.
if you see my savings account, it's a drawer full of money. I shit you not.
Dude, yeah, I don't doubt it, dude. That's an Italian savings account is just a mattress full of cash.
It's
But
loads of bread, some pasta. He opens up his closet, his savings accounts, just fettuccine and
Boxes of
Yeah.
ziti with money stashed in there.
Yeah, that would
yeah,
make sense. Not a bad plan nowadays, considering it's getting so expensive.
yeah, everything's getting expensive, and it
Yeah, I
looks
don't trust
like,
the banks.
dude. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's
What are they doing
dude,
with all that money
Now you're
when I'm not
talking my
there?
language. You just activated my brain.
Bro, as soon as I leave, you tell me they're
Let's
not
talk
taking
about
my
the juice, Sal.
they're not
You got
taking my $3
Let's
grand
do
and just
this.
rubbing it all over their bodies.
that's kind of what the banks do. Yeah, they
Yeah.
like you put your money in a bank, and then they're taking your money and using it to do whatever they do. So
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
at that point. It's like not really your money at that point. It's just
Yeah,
like,
why would I give it to someone?
yeah. I mean, I don't like. I don't know how bank. I don't, dude. I don't know how money works. I don't know how
You haven't
anything.
seen The Big Short? Isn't that
I've
feature
seen The
everything?
Big Short, and my takeaway from The Big Short was okay. So even the people in charge of money don't know how it works.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, it's
Most people
crazy, man.
don't.
No wonder why
That's
that
by
guy lit himself
design.
on fire. What'd you say, Dave?
I said most people don't. That's by design. They don't want you to know how it works. I just turned 49 and I didn't figure out how any of this stuff worked until my 40s.
Yeah.
What's it like?
Being old. Being,
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess I was gonna say being that close to 50.
you I don't know, you never feel older than 26, or at least I don't. Like mentally, it's weird because I see young kids and I want to go to Skankfest solo and I'm having fun. And then I'm like, oh wait, I'm the old creepy guy now. Because
No,
my brain
bro.
stopped at 26.
You got the
Yeah,
beard though.
dude. I'm the same way, but like it in my mind, I'm like 14. Like I'm just watching Dragon Ball Z and eating Cheetos and drinking soda,
Dating 14-year-olds.
dating 14. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like me and Anthony Kiedis, you know, just eternally youthful. But no, I mean, like I've never felt like an adult. Like I remember turning the age when you're supposed to be an adult, like 18, and being like, oh, I'm an adult. And then
Bro.
as the years have gone on, I've realized like not only was I not an adult then, I don't feel like an adult now.
Remember the
I don't think
adults
I ever
when we were
do.
growing up, what they used to look like?
Dude, they look like dog shit.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
they were like cartoon characters with huge forearms and like 5 o'clock shadows and mullets.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they don't. I'm like, what happened to like your classic grown up? Like,
Grown-ups used to look like fucking shit. Like dude, they looked old as shit. And now
Yeah.
it's like guys in their 30s look like
I don't know. Some of these young Gen Zs, though, they look like shit. They look older than millennials.
yeah, I mean there is that. And then there's guys now who are going out of their way to make themselves look like older or weirder than they need. Like, you know, like where the guys get the mustache
Yeah,
and the weird
I can see it
haircut.
right in this group right here.
Yeah, yeah, honestly, yeah.
Literally with beard off, and like, these weird guys that go out of their way to look strange.
yeah, you
Yeah,
know,
I
they
mean, I
got a
guess
fucking
so. Sal's
paper.
the only one here who's like trying to look youthful. I'm trying to look like a fucking dock worker, and
Wait, I can't fucking hear nothing when my headset comes off. What'd you say?
you're the only one here who's like trying to remain like look like you're youthful. Like I'm doing the like Irish
Oh yeah. I mean, the thing is,
hard
bro, here's the
labor
thing.
look.
And it's the same reason why I'm trying to lose weight. I'm very good looking.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm very handsome. It's like, no, I shouldn't be this fat, you know? I'm gonna become a model.
Dude, it's been. I'm trying to think how long I've been fat. I would say probably 20 years now. I've been fat.
It's a shame.
You
That's
know,
why I gotta go get my hair and beard did. You know how much this
yeah.
costs?
And the entire time I've been fat, from my youth until now, I've said to myself, I'm not supposed to be this fat, and I've never done anything about it.
Yeah.
I've
You guys got
tried.
the
I've
food system is much different now too. When I was young, some of it's metabolism, but I'm eating similar and gaining weight and exercising. It's so much harder to get healthy food. So you guys are kind
really
of in that way. Yeah, just
Yeah,
don't get like even vegetables and produce or whatever is all fucked.
that's why I like keto though. I just
dude,
ate like a dozen wings.
Yeah, I saw
we
your
had we had a friend I went to high school with. We had him on the show. My friend GI Chase.
Oh
That
man.
was one of the conspiracy theories he was big on, was this like food conspiracy, where he was like, he said, I think that the powers that be, the corporations, the government, whatever, are manipulating our food in a way to keep us like unhealthy and docile, so that we just don't have the energy to ever give a shit or want to do anything about anything.
I don't know if they're that intelligent, but definitely know they're trying to mass produce food because they want control of it all, like at the top. So it's like going to a buffet. Like when they mass produce scrambled eggs, they fucking stink. So they're making spinach for 400 million people. And so it's just the crappiest, easiest, pump it out, throw chemicals on it, do whatever you want, spinach. And if you're
Yeah,
not,
but don't what about Army, Navy stuff, like defending the nation? They don't care, right? Because it's all bombs now, right?
Yeah, even the military is becoming automated. So I guess
Yeah, they
like
don't need boots on the ground.
our human fighting force, it's always been poor people. Like, I mean, that's the thing, is the only people
Yeah.
enlisting in the military are poor
And
people.
they're
It's
gonna
just
be
that,
the most physically fit.
it used to be poverty meant like you would have a lack of access to food, or I don't know, like, but now it's like being poor now usually means you're fat as shit, because the only food you can afford is extremely unhealthy. So even like poor people now are the ones that are obese and just,
Man.
you know,
getting that SSI check, and not, not able to enlist. But I mean, even then, it looks like they're gonna, just like with any job, they're gonna automate the military. Um,
Robots, bro.
yeah, and that's, and I guess
plant
that's
robots.
That's why they're gonna do the first like AI, like actual Android bot. Is that it's gonna be for the military.
I mean, honestly, I would love for there to be a Chappie. I mean, it'd be cool to hang out with a Chappie in real life. Did you see Chappie?
I
Yeah.
did not. I'm actually a big Die Antwoord fan. I
Yeah,
mean, not so much anymore, but
but yeah, not since the whatever
It's
they did.
basically short circuit for adults, kind of retarded adults.
Yeah,
yeah, I liked them
Chappie.
though. Like when they were
Chappie's
coming
good.
up though.
Blondie's tits and ass in it a lot.
Yeah, Chappie's a good movie. It's
Yeah,
actually
I
like
like it.
it's a fun
Yo
sci-fi
ninja.
romp, and it's very, it asks a lot of cool questions about the nature of artificial intelligence, and I guess consciousness in general. And you get to see that weird the antler lady dancing around.
Oh yeah, Yolandi Visser.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yolandi. Yeah, it sucks that they like, what they do, they like fucked kids or something.
I they were trying to get this underage chick to like come on tour with them and to like always join them and just sending a lot of messages. I don't think they did anything yet, but it's just
They're
people
living
kind
the
of
Zen lifestyle. That's what you do.
people just kind of forgot about them, after that.
Yeah, it's an alternative lifestyle.
You say the Zeph lifestyle?
Yeah, dude. They're being
Nice. Zeph so fresh.
So for yeah, it's
Motherfucker Zeph so fresh. Enemy never seen.
I listen to a lot of Dion Wood.
Motherfucker
dude.
ninja. Yo.
White
They
people from
have
South Africa that fled South Africa, but their whole like fan bases, a lot of their fan base is there, so they can't talk about why they fled. They gotta
I
pretend.
like them a lot, but
Yeah.
they were
the
great,
music was
dude.
good.
They have one of the greatest Letterman sets I've ever seen. When they
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
they went on Letterman
When they
and
did I
that.
Think You Freaky.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
you freaky and I like you a lot. And then did at the end, Letterman's like, okay, all right. Okay.
Letterman and Conan were the best about music. They were bringing on like the coolest stuff in terms of like bringing bands onto a mainstream primetime, like these big late night shows. They were bringing on bands that you wouldn't think that guys in those positions would bring onto their show.
Can I tell you something you probably would have guessed about me?
What?
We grew up in a big Jay Leno house.
Oh God.
My dad took me to see Leno like for my birthday, like do stand up. It was like I was really happy. Like I was like, oh
I
yeah,
would
it's
enjoy
Leno.
that. I probably would enjoy that.
We always watched Leno.
Yeah, I was never in the Leno. I was
I know. I mean, he's a
always
hack.
We
You know,
were
I
at
get it.
Letterman and Conan house.
yes. We were a big Letterman, Conan, Ferguson household.
Man, y'all
I'm-
stayed up late, huh?
When I
Oh, yeah.
finally
It was
convinced
Leno in bed.
my house to switch over to Conan was such a beautiful time because no one wanted to watch this guy in this other channel, and he's by far the funniest. Letterman was, but
Yeah, it was always the late night slot, the like Tonight Show slot, Tonight Show late show. It was always late show with Letterman. Letterman ends, switch
Yeah.
over to Conan.
Yeah.
and
And now you
then-
got to be British to have that job.
yeah, now you have to be British.
gay, yeah.
Unfortunately, you can't be American anymore.
You have to
either.
either be British or fucking gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to
What's the
be
difference?
extremely like,
What's the difference? One has nicer teeth than the other.
Gotcha.
yeah, it was we would switch over to Conan, and then when Ferguson started, that was when it was a difficult decision.
Is that
'cause
the guy that just has females on? He's like, yeah, I'd fuck you, and they're like, hee hee hee.
So
hee," and
tell
then-
me, honey.
he was the Scottish dude. He was on Drew Carey show.
I be calling my son
Okay,
Turd
yeah.
Ferguson sometimes.
The
Yeah.
Norm Macdonald character.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Yeah, it's funny.
Ferguson was just like it was just like so chaotic. His show, like it was a shoestring budget, and it was just him. He didn't have he didn't have a band. He didn't have a sidekick, and it seemed like he didn't really
know Kevin.
Yeah, he didn't know what he was doing. It seemed like most of the time it was very.
I've only seen clips of him where he's got his legs crossed. He's just talking to some hot chick, making sexual innuendo for 10 minutes, and everybody just laughs. And it's like,
You sure that wasn't like Howard Stern?
That might be Stern. I don't know.
no, isn't it I thought he's a Scottish guy.
Yeah, he's Scottish.
Maybe like this guy.
His show was fun. It wasn't as well written or cerebral as Conan, but it just always felt fun because it felt like at any moment the whole show could fall apart. It felt like he was like flying by the seat
Yeah.
of his pants.
Yeah, Craig Ferguson. Yes. I just remember him hitting on chicks.
Yeah, he was very flirty.
I need a tissue. The only thing around is my child's sock.
But yeah, we were not a Leno house.
Yeah,
Just gotta be
sounds
like,
an
sometimes you just gotta be like,
Italian
fuck
family
it, you know, just use the little sock.
thing.
You're gonna blow your nose in the sock. Oh my god, dude!
This is what the people pay for.
This is what they pay for, dude.
Might have to put
This is why
on-
you have kids, bro.
And you can go on eBay and you can buy that sock. We'll put that up there.
Dude, I've been trying to get that one lady to start selling her socks. That lady on Twitter. You follow her, Dave, a Florida woman.
Oh,
yeah.
so she comes up
can
in my
sell some
feed all the
socks.
time, and I
She
talk
can
to
sell
her.
farts in a
I don't
glass
fucking
jar.
follow her anymore. She
Yeah.
seems fun.
She's a fun account to follow, and
She's one of the few women that kind of gets humor.
yeah, she seems pretty self-aware, and she seems to be going through this like weird internal struggle with being like a wholesome, just like quirky, kind of gal, but also understanding how horny guys on the internet are. So it's like this whiplash, this like alternation between like thirst
Great
traps
movie.
and horny posting, and then just like talking about like Elsa from Frozen and stuff, like just being like what do they call it? The quirk chungus, the
Mork Chungus.
yeah, the quirky asexual lady, but she's also
Hey.
trying to be horny.
Aren't we
Oh,
coming
yeah.
up on we're coming up on a year of this podcast.
No, we're not.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we
Thanks
are.
to celebrate.
We
When did
didn't
we
s-
start?
We didn't start this until like August.
Okay. What month? It's fucking
It's-
April, bro.
It's April right now.
We gotta get a tattoo.
Okay. We'll figure what tattoo should. The big chungus.
Big Chungus.
Oh, the big chungus tattoo. Okay, I'll do that. But I tried to get that lady. She posted a picture of she's always posting like feet pictures. Very nice. She has very nice feet, by the way.
A lot of women do, you know.
Yeah. She's a
Or
nice
how
little.
like this. This is the Florida chick with the beanie.
Yeah. She has very nice little piggies.
Yeah.
And I commented on something because she posted one picture where she was wearing socks, and I was like, "Yo, you ever sell them socks?" And she was she was like, "Do people do that?"
Turned
Like,
into
what do you
that
mean? Like
Patrice
resale? Like
Yeah,
like,
she says, "Is that something people do?" And then I turned into a businessman. I was like, "Hold on, you don't know about
business.
this?"
Let's talk some business here. You want to
Yeah.
can
sell
you
socks?
imagine if
Stinks.
some dumb bitch was selling all her socks on Facebook Marketplace and just making a killing? Like, I don't understand why everyone's buying my socks.
Yeah, why is it? Yeah, why are all these guys buying my used socks? I just didn't
That's
need them.
How old
$20, $30.
Dalton?
Do
You
what?
might- How old are you?
He
Me?
doesn't like to talk about it.
You know, they talk about it. You in your 30s, you in your 20s.
I just turned 30.
Word. I was just
Oh.
thinking about that Patrice O'Neill bit where he's just talking about, you get to go from being horny to creepy. It's like you already hit that in your 20s, is what I was gonna say. 'Cause
Oh,
you're like,
I hit that,
"Oh,
dude.
let me
I
see your
hit that
socks."
years ago. I
I
was
haven't
Yeah.
yet, or maybe I have and I don't realize, which would be the perfect ending to life, is to get to settle right into creepiness and not realize it.
Nah,
Yeah.
dude, we're all handsome. Look at us.
hmm
Well, you're gonna be a pasta model or something, right?
I'm thinking about being a linguine model.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I told her, I was like, "Yo, you don't even know the money you're leaving on the table."
It's
If you
crazy how, like, dude, most 80% of women right now could just sell their socks, do nothing else, and be making like more than some people make as a
So weird.
living.
Yeah, I mean,
I
dude,
don't
if
get
you're
it. Explain this to me because I don't go on OnlyFans. I don't do any of this stuff. I don't understand the excitement that people get.
Horny men
from
shop for
all these-
women's socks.
horny
That's it.
horny
I
men
don't-
want some stank socks.
And like
I
women just
can't
be
fathom
throwing
it.
these things out, and they don't realize, like, whoa, you save that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Make some money off that.
you've never had that where you're like with a woman or
Hold on, there's still stank on that sock.
yeah, you've never smelled like the stank on a woman and been like, whoa,
Baby, you got a stew
hey.
going.
Yeah, you got yeah,
Somebody
dude.
somebody that I've dated that I know, but somebody on the internet, I don't know. I wouldn't pay for it either.
Well, that's the thing. They're on the internet, but then pretty soon you're gonna get a package, and then you can smell them.
Mm-hmm. There you
Yeah,
go.
it's like smell-o-vision, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Smell it.
it is one of the
you get a
senses.
package in the
And it's
mail and then you
closest
get,
related to memory, so then it's something you have for life. So it's a pretty good investment now that I think about it.
yeah, you could
Write
stuff
all
them in
this
your
down.
mouth while
I'm
you
gonna put
jack
this in the
off.
advertisement.
Yeah, like, but yeah, they could be doing that. And if they were to like escalate it to feet pics,
We lost Dave again.
Oh,
We
dude,
lost his video.
But what I'm saying is, most women don't have to work.
Oh yeah, being a woman, especially an
No, no.
attractive woman, you
It's-
have the option like a video game to just go into the start menu and toggle it to easy mode at any time.
You could stream yourself playing the dumbest video game for 8 hours a day and pay your rent.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like if you're and you don't even like now it's like you don't even necessarily have to do where did Dave by the way, where did Dave go?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah,
I lost my video.
you're like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I almost jumped out my window today trying to fix this camera.
Well, don't do that.
Dude, you
Don't be
overcomplicate
setting
it.
yourself on
I
fire.
was close. I was
got-
really close today.
You got too much equipment because I just use the built-in webcam on my computer here.
Yeah. Look
Well,
at
I
this
had
thing.
this camera, and they said you could hook it up, so I hooked it up. It was pretty
You're
exciting.
such a boomer, bro. You went and bought out your own webcam. It goes right here on top of my screen.
I mean, it is a better quality. That's all.
No,
the-
it looks amazing.
I had a Canon like picture camera taking videos that I bought, and they're like, you can easily just hook this up to your computer.
Dave,
And
where are
then
you from?
4 hours later, I finally get it working. I'm like, sweet. I go get something to eat. I come back, and it's not working again.
Yeah, that happens, buddy. Where are you
Yeah.
from, Dave?
From New Hampshire.
I knew it.
the
I knew
same
you were from New something.
the same as Adam Sandler.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I've heard many stories He'll just show up in Manchester, which is like 30 minutes from me. I live in the sticks. I don't live in the city.
You
He'll just
sound
show
like
up with
Sandler too.
basketball for everybody. Whoa, here's my Robbie Goodwin.
No rule, okay.
Well, I mean, look, it's an
For everybody that
audio.
hates Robbie, it's harder than it seems. Doing an
It's Adam Sandler. Sandmar.
But I mean, podcasting is a mostly audio medium, so I mean, we could just theater of the mind, folks. You saw what he looks like. He looks like Kratos.
Oh, Dave's not coming back?
He's
I'm gonna try and get my video, but it would be hilarious if I was doing this on purpose and then I just took all my clothes off and then put it back on.
Yeah.
go ahead and just show back up.
Hey, listen,
naked.
we've had weirder things happen on this show.
I'm gonna try and fuck with it, but I won't be able to be near the mic, so I can kind of hear you. Maybe you'll be hear me.
I mean,
remember the Juggalos getting coke residue off each other's balls?
Yeah, the Juggalo, our friend Fago Warrior, the Juggalo pulled his balls out, and I had to.
Oh yeah,
I didn't get a time. Dude, I spent hours looking for his balls in my editing software. Like, all right, I got to find these balls and cut them out. But I didn't have a timestamp, so I couldn't remember.
Pretty
like
nuts though.
He had very nice nuts.
Really pretty nuts. You know what I mean? I want to put a bow on them.
Yeah, yeah. Some nuts are attractive, I guess. A woman's nuts for sure.
Yeah, a woman with nuts is the most beautiful thing in the world.
Yeah,
A hot ass chick with a set with
you
a
young
with
bucks with these trannies. I don't
with a
get it.
handsome set of dick and balls.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's a new era. It's a brave new world. There's women
It's
with
the newest gender.
penis. Women have penis and testicles now, and they're beautiful cocks and balls on these broads.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll
I
tell you
grew
what,
up
it's
in
like
the punk scene, so I'm very familiar
it's like a unicorn.
with like they used to call it androgynous people. They
Yeah,
used to say we're androgynous. They listen to David Bowie, and you're like, okay, no problem. But I
Okay.
gotta think this new
She's
thing's
like,
gotta
so
be
what?
your brain because of porn, right? Because you're looking at so many penises and vaginas.
Yeah. So
Actually,
we're
it's
seeing it
like
so much,
it
like
comes
mashed
together.
together, in and out, that like it's like we're confused. We're two very confused men.
No, I'm
yes.
serious. Like I'm not like making fun of
Probably.
you. That's what it
Yeah,
kind of feels like.
everything's so jumbled up there, bro. Like we've watched porn since the inception.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I agree with you, Dave. Like, I mean, yeah, we're very porn brained, and we grew up with we've had, because Sal and I are of an age where I guess it was it was kind of difficult to get porn as a teenager. Like, it was dial up internet, and you had to go on the family computer at some point, or
Yeah.
maybe you got an HBO free weekend. We got the video back.
You had a computer in your room or no?
We had a family computer, and then eventually I had a
Yeah.
computer in my room,
That's the
but
same thing.
our internet was extremely slow for a long time. And then I remember when like a DSL service finally came through our area, and we were able to get faster internet.
Dick sucking lips.
Yeah, there was a dick sucking lip service that came through. But the first thing I did when I had anything faster than like a 56K modem was just like start watching porn, just like destroying my computer with pornography.
Downloading, just whatever you could.
You guys are
Yeah,
gonna go. This is gonna blow your mind, but I use the theater of the mind. I don't watch porn.
I do both.
I've gotten back to that. Like I've gotten to I've kind of like horseshoe back around where I'm like, it's been such an onslaught of holes and fluids over the years that I've been
Then you must
looking
have
at.
some kink that you want to happen to you
Yeah,
versus wanting to see something.
yeah, I mean, I've seen everything. I've seen all the like crazy shit online that I've ever wanted to see.
Theater
And
of the
so,
mind people just want fucking weird shit done to them. They don't even care what the bitch looks like.
No, it.
Yeah, dude. You're like, I'm in a crowded grocery store.
I wish. I do. I wish I had something. Basically, you do. What was that movie, Hall Pass, where the guy's just like taking pictures or whatever? I just go to the grocery store and I'll be in the aisle and I'll like look over and be like, okay, I'll remember her. I
Oh yeah,
remember.
you are.
Oh
Christian.
yeah.
And then I'm like, I got to make sure she's not somebody's wife. I don't want to covet anybody's wife. And then as long
In
as
your fantasies,
put her right up. Put her
you
right
can
up.
have a fantasy kid.
No, I just kind of like make up scenarios. I was gonna try. This is gonna sound like really
How
crazy.
hot are the
Shaman.
women at Target though?
I was gonna try and like see if I could get back to being like a monkey. Like you ever see a monkey how they just like start jacking their penis and they're strictly in it for the game. There's no fantasies. It just feels good.
Oh yeah.
It's like primal.
You're trying to do like an altered state
I
full
was
of
trying to
jacking
get all the
off.
way back there.
You have like
Well,
a
when
zoo
you
fetish,
first start
huh? You want to
touching
be put in a
yourself,
cage?
you're like, you don't need anything. You're just like, this just feels really good. And I can't get back there. But I've got
I
back
know
to,
exactly what you mean though.
yeah.
I've wanted that. I wanted to get back to like a primal jack off place.
Yeah, I've gotten back to because I did do porn. I actually listened to this audiobook written by the guy that teaches you how to like quit cigarettes and everything, but it's about quitting porn. And
I
I
thought you
just
were gonna say you listen to 50 Shades of
and-
Grey.
what'd you say?
I thought you were gonna say you were listening to like erotic porn.
No,
Like
no.
literotica.
No, no, no. I
Yeah.
do remember though reading porn, the written word when I was a child. I got a hold of like Penthouse letters.
Oh
That's how,
yeah.
and I remember reading the written word and being like, yes, this is it right here. And so like that's kind of what I do now is I make up those stories in my head. Like maybe I'm a woman, maybe I'm trans. I touch a man's penis. Why? Why I make up fantasies in my
I've
head?
never touched another man's penis.
I
Just
touch
a
my
won't.
penis.
Yeah,
Jacking off's kind of gay.
jacking off is gay. I mean, yeah, it's all very blended, you know, like sex and jacking off is all very it's nebulous, you know. It's like
I
the
don't know what nebulous means.
it's like
Like
the
in
you
Star
know, there's
Trek.
no
Word
gay or
alert.
straight. It's just a bunch of organs and holes and fluids and it's
Oh, like
gross.
Gwar. Yeah, like Gwar.
Yeah, like
Like,
it's like guar. Sex is like going to a guar show. Yeah.
have you ever watched any of the Gwar movies?
No, I haven't seen
You
any
should
guar
watch some of the
movies.
older ones because that's what it is. They're like crackheads from an alien planet, and then like they rip a woman's pussy off, and they like sew it onto one of the guy's faces, and then they like fuck his face,
What?
and
Damn,
it's all done
would
with
that work?
like
Could you do
uh,
that?
it's all done with like
You can't really rip a pussy off. There's
art school
plumbing.
flunky
There's
like
like
puppetry. So it's like it's Jim Henson if he
there's like
was a
subterranean.
crackhead. Yeah, I met Guar in Providence. They opened for themselves as the ex-cop, and they were literally doing crystal meth in the green room. And
Ain't
it
nothing
Nice.
wrong with
was
that,
really
baby.
uncomfortable, and I got right out of there.
The Cadillac of drugs.
Was that
Yeah,
you met him when Odorous was alive?
I did. I went to Lupos during the maggot tour. They fed George Bush to a giant maggot. They shot blood into the ground. I was such a fucking pussy back then
What
because I was
timeline is this?
in the trunk scene in the punk scene. But I was like kind of scared at the show first time I went. I didn't fully understand it like I do now that it's satire. Like I was kind of nervous at the time uh, when I was there.
Oh, going to like a. I get
Like I
nervous.
really thought there might be a crazy person that didn't understand that it was a bit, and so it was kind of freaking me out in the crowd. But I was super stoned too, so that could have been it. I did
Yeah, I
not.
mean,
Um,
I like all that kind of music, like punk and metal and all that. But anytime I go to a show, I get nervous because I'm like, dude, I don't want to be in this like pit. Like, dude, please do not
Yeah,
hit me. Don't
I
start
don't trust
fucking.
large crowds. Yeah,
I've been yeah, I've been in some dense crowds at concerts.
Yeah, I've been to shows where, and there's always like one or two assholes who are getting like way too violent or getting like they're getting into it too much or they're too drunk, and it's always like, oh, this guy's going to be a fucking problem.
I got in trouble for launching people when they would in the crowd surf. I would like get down and I'd fucking launch them. And then one of the
I
bouncers got up on
actually
the gate. He's like, "Hey, you, quit launching them, or you're out." And I was like, "Okay, I'm sorry, sir." I was throwing them, dude.
So was it were they getting hurt or was it fun?
No, they were just, you'd see them crowd surf and all of a sudden they'd hit a spot and be like they would just fly up. And that was me. I'd like find like, I'd be like, where's their hip? I'm going to fucking
It's just
pop
like
'em.
throwing a kid into the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got to get him at the right angle and just,
You know, because I
it's
play with a
fun.
lot of kids at the pool.
So, wait, okay, hold on. Okay, we gotta get back on track.
All right.
Yeah.
a-
So Dave, who's your daddy and what does he do? That's
Wait,
what we're
what are
gonna
you?
start asking
You're
everybody.
drinking a sparkling. What is that?
yeah, it's a Wigger from the suburbs, sparkling grape.
Oh, nice. Oh, so Sal's
Polar
got
baby.
the water flavor.
Original flavor.
I'm
ASMR.
drinking I got me a Coke Zero. It's not showing up on camera.
Pretty
But,
good.
So we're all
Spanish Drips
healthy
or whatever they're
boys,
called.
huh?
yeah, we're all being very healthy. I have a Coke Zero. Probably my like sixth of the day.
I had to get off Coca-Cola because it's so fucking good. It was making me fat. I used to drink like 2 liters a
No,
day
this
in
is
my World of Warcraft.
this is diet, my friend.
No,
Yeah.
but now, so I haven't drank in a long time, but that spicy Coke came out, and I was like, I kind of want to try it.
It's bad.
Is it bad?
Is not
Spicy?
good. It's called Coca-Cola Spiced, and it's like a spiced raspberry Coca-Cola.
That's incredibly good.
It's
Yeah.
disgusting. I
Is
was
it
so
supposed to be like a
excited
Dr. Pepper?
that you would think that's the idea, right? But I drank it, and it tastes like almost like just like medicine. Like it has a very like medicine-y taste. It's really gross. I was stoked
Oh,
on it because
maybe you
I've
mix it with lean. Maybe you mix it with your lean. When you
yeah,
like
maybe if
coffee
you
cake.
pour a little codeine in there, it might be good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because I've had the only other I've seen raspberry Coke in those freestyle machines, like the touchscreen machines, but I've never seen it where you could buy raspberry Coke at the store. And so the spiced Coke says it's raspberry flavor, and I was like, oh, nice! So you can finally get this raspberry soda that's been locked away in the Coca Cola freestyle machine. Now it's in the can. It's not the same thing. It's really
Oh, the
gross.
freestyle machine. I got it. I had to catch up to
The
the
touch, yeah, the
fatness of
touchscreen.
it. Where it's one of those touch screen things where you can make your special soda like a retarded person.
Yes.
Yo, I spend way
I mean,
too
like
long at those.
like that Down syndrome thing they recently had. Oh no, that was a Butterly joke. I was thinking it was whatever when they was just
Oh yeah,
talking.
when they were riffing on that,
Saying
yeah,
they can
he's
make
like,
one super soda. Yeah,
yeah, damn, they caught some heat on that.
yeah, good for them
Yeah,
that they're getting a little bit of.
Well, it's that they're making fun of how ridiculous that ad is.
dude, I
It's a
mean, it is.
ridiculous
They were
fucking
the only
ad.
ones that took it serious.
It's a
They treated
ridiculous
her
fucking
like
ad.
everybody else. There
It's
wasn't just
not. Yeah, they're not trying to make.
What
fun
was
of-
the ad for? Just like it's okay to fuck a
Yeah,
retard.
yeah,
the
yeah.
ad
Like
was
what was?
like, stop assuming that retards are retarded, and they did. They treated them like everybody else. They're like, well, stop assuming that retards don't want you to make fun of them. Or I shouldn't say
Yeah.
that. She wasn't retarded. She's got an extra chromosome. She's kind of hot too.
Yeah, I
thought
try to.
for the record, I would.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
I guess
really
yeah,
thought that I was
some of
being an
them.
asshole there. I would definitely fuck that Down syndrome woman that was
Yeah,
in.
I'd give her a whole batch of extra
But
chromosomes.
but I mean, like with the Down syndrome lady, if she goes to, they have that retard string. She goes to jerk you off and rips your penis clean off
Yeah,
with them
but
orangutan
but they
arms.
got dump trucks. You ever see the ones
They
that
they
kind of
have big
dwarfs.
asses.
They could like kind of look like Asian giant Asian dwarves sometimes.
They have what's called mongoloid cheeks.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, well, I guess I'm not gonna get that sponsorship I've been trying to get with Liquid
Liquid
Death
Death.
after talking like this.
Well, what
No,
did they
they're
say?
fine.
They just said that they got my email. Like I reached out to the Twitter account, and then the Twitter account said to send an email, and then the email said, "Okay, we're
We
gonna
got
look.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll look over this." But we're probably not big enough for Liquid Death yet. I mean, they're sponsoring fucking Burt Kreischer.
Yeah.
That's the big
Oh, dude,
leagues.
is that
Well,
guy all right, dude? I know he's not all right, but
from what
that
I'm seeing,
recent
he's not
photo-
really that big. I guess
He did
kind
lose weight, it looks like,
kind of
but
skinny. Yeah.
he I don't know what he seems like. He's for a guy from what I've seen of him. He talks a lot about having anxiety and being afraid of death, and it seems like he's making every effort to court death with his lifestyle.
with
Yeah,
putting
but
his
why is he posting full fucking junk pictures?
Oh, that I don't get that. I mean, that's grotesque.
if it's
That
a
is
troll, I
insane.
kind of get it, but he's got daughters, so it kind of makes it creepy.
That was my That when I
That's
saw
how
that
he's walking around the
picture-
house.
When I saw that picture, I was like, you have like a wife and kid. Like, I know your kids are probably like grown at this point, or like at least like college. Either college age or about to be in college. But like, don't do this to them. Like, don't have your fucking cock and balls on the internet like this.
It's just crazy to me. Like, man,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I would hate to be
It's not
those.
even so like I don't know. It's just not funny.
It's also
He's bad enough anymore to be
yeah, it's
funny.
super disturbing.
that's
Like,
the most grievous crime is that it's just hack. It's just like this just isn't
Yeah.
funny. It's not
Like
charming.
he
It's not
isn't quite
endearing.
tall enough to be funny, and it's like it's definitely he did stuff like he's worked himself up. He's got it all set. Bobby Lee could probably pull something off like that that would be hilarious because he's got a little chubby belly and a tiny penis. And
yeah,
I'd be like,
because
okay,
he's
this
trying
is
to look
funny.
like he likes the way he looks in that picture, Burt Kreischer.
Yeah,
That's why
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
a lot
That's
of
the
people were
biggest
saying
profile.
that
It's not even funny.
it's fluffed.
a lot of people were saying that he has a small penis, and it's like I guess relative to a lot of penises out there, it is small. But I will say I don't have that kind of meat soft. You know what
That's
I mean?
fluffed.
He
He's
was
fluffed.
definitely bluffed, but
Yeah,
I thought he had a decent piece. I wouldn't
yeah,
want it in my ass. I would not want his penis inside my butt.
yeah. I saw his cock, and I was like, it's not a bad. Yeah, it's not. That's a decent size. I wish I had never seen it. I don't want to
Yeah.
know that Burt Kreischer has a.
I don't really care.
It's a
Like
decent sized dick.
I will look at Bert's penis, but he's a comedian, so it has to be funny. And that's just
I'll
not
look at it. I might even give a little kiss on the forehead.
Yeah,
See, now that would
You know
be
what I
funny.
mean?
See,
yeah,
now
Pat
we're
it,
brainstorming here. Now we're in the workshop.
but
pat it off with a dry towel.
his idea of funny is just like, look at me, I don't have a shirt or pants on.
When I saw him, I'm starting to feel like Red Band or whatever that guy is. But when I saw them filming that fountain thing where everybody gets in the fountain, and he was just like, I saw this fountain and I just knew what we had to do. And so like, okay, what crazy wacky thing are they gonna do? And then they just get in their bathing suits and jump in the fountain. And I was like, okay, when's it gonna happen? And that's just it.
I thought
Yeah,
that
they
was
should
kind
have
of
done like the
wholesome.
the elephant walk where they like line up and grab each other's cocks from behind and walk in a straight line. You
I
ever
think that's a
that's in a
Yakuza.
Yeah.
That's like a
that
Japanese tradition.
well, it's like a frat hazing thing. So a bunch of dudes get naked and then they have to like reach forward and grab the guy's cock in front of them from behind, and then they all have to like walk through
It's like
the
human centipede, but
I
for
visited my brother at college when I
yeah.
was in high school, and I had to hear like some initiation shit. They made me go wait like in one of the bedrooms. It sounded so incredibly gay.
It's all very gay.
you
Yeah,
put
frat.
you got to
frat
put the guy's penis in your mouth and then
I mean, I was just eating cereal, playing balloons, but I was like, man, this sounds so gay.
Yeah, yeah. Being in a frat is just doing gay shit so that you
yeah.
can get a like a low six-figure finance job when you graduate. It's just
Yeah,
like,
you're
are
not
you
wrong.
willing to do gay shit for 4 years so you can have access to a network of?
Are you
'Cause
willing to suck P Diddy's dick?
yeah, because that's like that's the selling point of a fraternity. Aside from like the drinking and having drunk sex with unwilling participants, is that you are networked with the organization and all the alumni that went to that fraternity as well, and so you have this like built-in network so that when you graduate you have a better chance of getting like a good paying job. And
It's
so
basically low level Illuminati shit.
yeah, it's like
Humiliation.
low.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's low level Illuminati. It's like I guess it's like
Well, I can't be afraid of these guys in the board meeting because they've all held my penis. So
Mhm.
let's go make some money, boys.
Let's make
Yeah,
some money, boys.
but I
Yeah.
mean, all those guys are. I guess they're all they can be fun dudes, I guess, but they all
I
seem
don't get it.
like they just all seem like kind of
Look, call me old
just
fashioned. I don't
boring
get
fucking
grabbing a
dudes.
man's penis like you young kids today and you're hazing.
I don't know if they do it now. I mean, when I was in college, they were still doing some hazing, but it got to be such an issue. Like so many people were getting like alcohol poisoning, and there were just all these like reports happening of like somebody got they're abused or raped or like whatever. to where a lot of campuses just are cracking down on all these like fraternity organizations. So
Yeah.
they may not
This
even
is
do any
where
of
I
that
know
anymore.
Greek and Sal, but you can maybe get this because you're Italian. But as a Greek, I don't feel white. And the reason I
Yeah,
know this is because when I hear those stories, I'm like, that is some white people shit right there. I don't do that decent
you
crap.
know, I don't either, but it's funny because like my brother is friends with a real Italian dude from Italy, and he came over here, and I said was saying something like white people, and he's like, wait a minute, he's like, we're not white, and I'm like, no, dude, like not over here, over there maybe because there's like black people in Italy, but over here, I don't know, not really. I don't feel white around my white friends.
Yeah. Were you raised like Italian?
Yeah, I mean my
Yeah.
parents are
Raised
born in
like
Italy.
Greek, like old country. So like I was so lost when I got to high school because I was
Yeah,
just, oh, this is not the culture I was taught was supposed to be here.
yeah, I
Some
always
white
thought it
people
was
shit.
weird to hear people like yelling back at their parents and stuff, like you. I'm like, whoa,
Yeah, I
are
mean,
you alive?
I can say, I speaking as a white person, we don't want Italians among our ranks.
Yeah.
We don't want the Greeks and the
You look
Italians.
you look pretty Irish to me,
I do
dog.
look very
Irish.
Irish
Yeah. Is
with
it
the
just the
hat.
mutton chops and the hat?
I don't know what I
Or maybe
am.
French Canadian. You're probably French Canadian.
I think I think I'm like white Latino because my
Yeah, that
granddad
makes sense
is
too.
do
Dalton,
what?
you also look British.
Yeah.
Well,
He
my
does kind of.
granddad,
He looks southern too. He's definitely southern. He looks like
very
he could be
good.
Civil War right now. Like that type of French.
Yeah, well, my granddad was Cuban, because his last name was I think his name was Cruz. He had to
Really?
do, yeah, he had to, he
You
went,
should hook up with Joey Diaz, dude. You two could go on tour together.
yeah, he had like he had a different last name his whole life that was like given to him by, I don't know, he had a white last name, but then when he died and they gave us like the, I don't know, the brochure at his funeral, and I saw his actual name for the first time. It was like Evelio Cruz. I was like, wait,
Wait,
what
so
the
are there
fuck?
a lot of Cubans walking around that I don't realize? Because
Probably there's
all the
a
People that tell me they're Cuban look white.
Like when you find out Charlie Sheen's brother is named Emilio Estevez, you're like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah. Like, so Dahl's Cuban. Joey Diaz, I think, is some Italian guy. He tries to be Italian. He's kind of like Dice
No,
Clay, who's
Joey
Junior after
Diaz is
Italian.
Puerto Rican, right?
he's
Oh, he's
Cuban.
Cuban.
Cuban?
See, you didn't know? Yeah. See,
There's a lot of
Oh, that's a
white
big difference, though.
passing.
tricksters, these Cubans.
There's a lot of white passing Latinos for
Well,
sure.
they're Caucasoids. So let's get into it. Let's measure their skulls, Dalton. Let me bring up the charts. Can you give me some screen? Give me
Yeah, I
some
mean
screen.
it probably is like like after World War II, just the amount of probably Nazis that worked their way up through South America and just fucked all the big booty Latinas.
Wait,
And
they moved to
What race do you think
Argentina or
is most?
before?
Yeah,
wait,
sorry.
what?
What race do you think is most fitted to survive like some kind of like global like ice age or something, or like some
Probably
kind
the
of
Jews.
extinction
We've already
event?
seen that they're the ones burrowing underground.
Yeah,
I
they
think
get into the tunnels.
some kind of Asian or African.
Well, it would depend. It's
Like your
gonna
modern white
things are
dude is
gonna
fucked.
freeze. White
Uh,
people.
the sun goes out.
The
There you
sun
go.
goes out.
Yeah, the sun goes out.
Asians, they'll build some sort of tech, some sort of
Yeah,
thing that makes sun on them or whatever.
Yeah,
bro.
they probably have like
During
a
the
dome.
Yeah.
yeah,
They're not gonna let those factories close.
No.
Even if the sun goes out, they're keeping the tower
dude,
open.
they're building some kind, and they're just gonna paint the sun on it. It's King Jong Un's face.
But hey, speaking of doomsday, this is what the episode's about. Crypto Trap House. Did you guys read the
Please.
manifesto?
I saw some of it about like the political parties that they're all aligned, like they all work together,
Well, yeah. So that guy,
starting with Clinton.
what was his name? Max Azzarello, the guy who just
Yeah.
torched himself. I read his
Um,
manifesto today, and he makes some good points. He says a lot of things that a lot of people have been saying for a while, that all the political parties, all the like politicians are in on it together.
so what is that? Who does that benefit?
The elite, the Illuminati, the corporation.
are they?
I think Big Cremation is behind all this, to be honest with
You
you.
think the folks at Big Crematorium?
Yeah.
Big cremation.
But one
This
of
is the second one in a couple months.
well, one of the things he said that concerned me because I've finally pulled the trigger on investing in crypto is he said that
Oh,
the people Sal, please stop.
stop.
Stop just because I say the word crypto doesn't mean you have to completely check out like oh why aren't we talking about spaghetti? What happened to I want to talk about spaghetti. Why do we have to talk about things that are happening in the news and that are interesting? I want to talk about noodles and sauce.
Please. We haven't even talked about Batman at all.
But anyway, we're talking about this because he said so he says that
Let's talk about the manifesto.
That it's a crypto is a Ponzi scheme.
he said that the economy as it is now and the people that are running things that it's all like a kleptocracy that we're being controlled by con men.
Clitocracy.
A what?
A clitocracy.
Yeah, it's the broads have taken over.
Yeah,
It's a
is that like a
clitocracy.
matriarchy? The clitocracy.
It's the matriarchy, also known as a
I'm following you.
clitocracy.
It's making a lot of sense. Keep going.
Well, no, he said he called it a kleptocracy, like they're con men, they're like stealing. That the economy is kind of a Ponzi scheme, and he said that
Buy a bunch of gold.
he said that cryptocurrency itself is the first global multi-trillion-dollar Ponzi scheme. And that at some point, just all of crypto is going to go insolvent, and the entire global economy is going to go tits up. And
I'm gonna buy gold.
Yeah, that's what and then he set himself on fire. So
Yeah,
I don't know. But Dave,
So-
you know a bit about all this. So does that sound about right?
So, did he say crypto or did
He
he
said
say
cr-
blockchain? Or
He
what
said
did
crypto specifically. Like
So there is Ponzi scheme cryptos, like anything, but so there is people that can copy it and make fake stuff and make fake money and make people buy into it. And there's stuff like meme coins that like the Pepe coin that people get emotional and think it's funny to buy or whatever. Those are Ponzi schemes. The people that are buying in are stealing from the other people. But in a way, what he's talking about, like with Bitcoin recently, it's a Ponzi scheme in the fact that a lot of people are gambling on it. So when you bought in high, you were part of a Ponzi scheme because people like me were selling and taking your money. And so they needed more investors to get into it. So he's not incorrect in that way. I wouldn't set myself on fire because of it, but he's correct in that way. The utility needs to be built, and the utility is there. It's basically we need a new financial system. The reason I love it is because I want to take down the Federal Reserve, and that's the way to do it.
Dude, if I won the lotto right now, I would just buy gold coins, gold pieces, gold bars,
doubloons.
the gold doubloons. Yeah, because that's the only thing that's like you
Golden
can't
Corral.
change the market of that. Like there's the gold is gold.
I guess. I mean,
there's not
at this point, gold and Bitcoin. I mean, all this only has as much value as we give it. So
gold is physical, like it's here. Like you can't make any more gold.
Yeah, but there's as much intrinsic value in gold as there is Bitcoin. It's like inherently
it's a rare mineral.
It's a precious metal,
They're
but
minerals, Marie.
they are minerals. But I mean, the only thing that gives gold its value is it's bright and shiny, and we say it has value.
Yeah,
and it's
there's a finite amount.
It's the same with cash. It's the same with Bitcoin.
So there's a finite amount.
You can make more cash. You can make more Bitcoin. You can make more crypto.
You can't make more Bitcoin. There's a finite amount of Bitcoin.
What do you mean? They made it to begin with.
So the way that the algorithm set up is that
they made the algorithm
at 27, I think 27 trillion or 27 billion. And so then it'll just get spliced up, but it can't be inflated after that, after it's all mined.
Yeah, because they say
That's a pretty smart idea.
what's the timeline? They say that like within the next 10 years, if it like the last computer is gonna crank out the last Bitcoin.
Yeah, so the closer you
Fucking
get to
Wally.
the longer it'll take because you need transactions to happen to actually mine it on the blocks, and people have the coins. And then once it's all out there, that's it. There's no more being made. And then it'll get spread out if it gets continued to use. But if you think of it, people say that it's an energy waste. The one reason that it is tied to like the planet is because of the energy. So, like, if the cost of electricity goes up, that's going to affect the cost of Bitcoin. And if electricity goes down, that affects the cost. Or if the minerals you need to make graphics cards goes up, that'll affect mining it because less people can mine it. So it's tied to real world, kind of like gold is through
Yeah,
the fact that
I'm buying some
it
gold.
costs electricity and minerals to mine it and
Yeah,
transfer it.
you told me. Yeah, you were telling me that the other day that what gives it any sort of like value in reality, if you know the that it's like staked in the material reality in which we exist.
So who
Yes,
wants to guess how much a 1 ounce gold bar is if I want to buy it right now?
It's like what, like $2,500?
24.
Yeah, Dalton. Yeah,
24.
24.
Yeah.
I looked it up the other day, so I'm kind of current on this. But yeah, but because it require like Bitcoin specifically requires a certain amount of energy. That's what gives it any sort of material value because otherwise it is just
Yeah,
like
it
a
ties it to reality.
yeah.
So when
And
they talk about it being not environmental friendly and that they want to try to come up with a digital currency that isn't like that, what they're trying to do is be able to control it more so they're in control of it. Reality is not in control of it.
right.
Yeah.
And so that's where you get these like Ponzi coins where they can just create as many as they want. Like because
Yeah.
I see Elon always like promoting Dogecoin.
So Dogecoin's interesting because, and this took me a lot to learn, and I think I mentioned this to you on the spaces. There's a site called Lunar Crush, and that tracks the social interactings, like the social credit of something. So you know how like Pogs, people will buy Pogs or people will buy socks from a woman because they
Yeah.
like that woman. Like the value is, subjective in that manner. But but even though there's no utility for Doge, the meme itself, the fun, the excitement, the people that like it hold it up. And so I invested in these projects that were like good on paper, and I would lose money because they had no social, like people didn't like them socially. They weren't fun. So it might be funny that Doge sticks around just because people want it to stick around because it's funny.
Yeah. So I guess maybe it does have because I see like if you go on like the Coinbase app or the crypto.com app and check the like top 20 coins that are going on right now.
Yep.
Those coins up there. It's like
Yep.
it's in the top 20 and it's like trading at like 17 cents a coin right
What
now.
do you use to trade Weeble?
What?
What are you using? Robinhood?
No, you use a crypto exchange like Coinbase or crypto.com. Dave
Coin.
has
You can
the
go on CoinGecko. You can go on Coin Checkup. There's a couple of different ones. That
yeah. I think some of the like stock apps will do it, like Webull, I think,
yeah.
does do it. But a lot of the crypto guys, a lot of the more I don't mainstream casual guys just use Coinbase or crypto.com. Dave, it seems like you're more into the nitty-gritty, the real shit.
No, those are good. I call those on-ramp exchanges. They're good. Crypto.com is a good place to get your money from fiat to crypto.
Yeah.
Then after that, you want to take it off the exchange. Once it's been exchanged, you want to put it on your own wallet so you own it. Because with that remember the Robinhood thing with GameStop?
That is my fear with
Yeah.
keeping it on the exchange is
They can just shut you out if they don't want you to move. If the hedge
yeah.
funds are like, no, shut it down, they shut it down.
Yeah,
Hedge
but
fund.
even if I put it on like a DeFi wallet, like a self custody wallet, I can't sell it though unless I put it back on the exchange,
Yeah.
right?
Correct. You can trade it. You can move it around. You can put it on this other sites, but you can't sell it. It's all right. Being all right.
Well,
So you have an
I
Italian
just feel
people.
like you guys are speaking German.
We can slow it down. We can slow it down.
well, Sal, I mean,
Someone said
Sal,
hedge fund
Parmesan,
earlier.
right? But you need mozzarella. You're gonna take this to an exchange and you're gonna say, "Hey,
I
I got
literally
this Parmesan here."
like words and
Come on,
numbers are
Sal.
like floating
Mozzarella
around
with
like
this.
in front of
yeah,
me.
Sal, imagine that there was a cheese bank, that there was a place where you stored all of your mozzarella
Not on.
that operated as a middleman
Well, it's not. It's think
between.
of it like a mattress. So you're storing your cheese in under your mattress, right?
Yeah, so yeah, it's sort of like the same idea as like a bank versus a mattress full of money. So you have like the crypto exchange, crypto.com or Coinbase would be the bank, and then a mattress full of money would be your like DeFi wallet, your self custody wallet.
Okay.
So, but you can't. But the thing is you can't engage in any sort of commerce without having your money in a bank, right? Like to do
What do you mean?
like in the real world,
You already fucking lost me, bro.
in the real world, like with cash, you can take some dollar bills to the store and buy things and all that,
Yeah.
but you can't like finance a car or a house or do like
Oh, you're telling
commerce
me.
without having your money in a bank.
You're
Yeah, it
fucking telling
sucks.
me. Now you're speaking my way.
It
You're speaking my
sucks,
language.
dude.
So, but
Yeah.
it's the same idea with a crypto exchange where you have the exchange, which is crypto.com or Coinbase or Binance. So if you have your crypto in your own wallet, your self custody wallet, you can trade that locally with other people. Like here, I'll give you some Bitcoin, you give me some Ethereum or whatever. But you can't like sell that for US dollar. You can't do all the commerce that can be done with crypto. You have to put it back on the exchange to do anything with it. You know what I mean? So you have.
So, yeah, the easiest way
Mm,
that I heard is to explain it like cars and highways. So
that
maybe
crypto. It's going
so
up, I hear.
if you think of like Ethereum or Bitcoin as like a major highway, and it's
Okay.
a main one and it's expensive, and your wallet is you driving on it, your car is your wallet. The
That's it.
altcoins are
Oh
like
shit.
HOV lanes or like little off ramps that run alongside it that are cheaper with less traffic on them that you can travel on. They're like side roads that go parallel to this major highway. And then the apps and the exchangers are like stores or strip malls on the side of these highway. So you're traveling down the blockchain in your car with your value and you want to spend it on something, you would have to, they call them layers, but you would get in one of these other highway lanes, take your exit and go to this store. And so right now it's kind of like DOS for a computer. Are you familiar with that?
Mm-hmm.
It's very clunky and difficult, but then they built layer ones on it, which is like an operating system that you can look at. And then layer twos are like apps. So they'll have to get crypto to a point where there's like layer twos and threes, which they're working on, so that the average person is clicking some buttons.
Yeah.
And so like Bitcoin Cash is a good one because
So
if
it's
you
on the computer, is what you're saying.
yeah, so Bitcoin Cash is a good one to start because you can literally text money to your friend. Like you can text money to your friend. If he doesn't receive it within 30 days, it goes back into your wallet. And it's a very
I've been
unique,
there.
it's a very unique thing. So it's very similar to Venmo. So that's a good starter one to spend. It's very
Oh yeah,
cheap.
I have Venmo. It's like
Yeah.
Venmo.
It's like Venmo. Yeah.
We got it figured
this
out.
this one particular coin he's
If
talking about,
anybody's gonna
Bitcoin
figure out
Cash.
crypto, it's gonna be the three of us.
We got it figured out. It's like Venmo.
Well, that's the
No.
thing is I don't think anybody knows because like the thing is they say that with each coin, if it's not a meme coin, that there's like a utility with each each one of these
But the
coins.
good ones, the ones without utilities are the Ponzi. And if you find a Ponzi coin, go down to the center, light yourself on fire, and that's it. It's done.
What
Yeah,
are you
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about?
But I
You
think
went right
even
back to
but I think even with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, all these coins where they say that there's, they give you the synopsis where they're like, founded on this technology, it does this, this, and this. Have they even realized any of these utility? Like, are they being used in the way that they're saying?
So yes. So I'll give you some examples. Here's a good one for a Corn Fed podcast.
I'm gonna be shopping for gold.
Is there's this one called Dimitri, DMTR, and they're working with small farmers and like this project. They're using the blockchain. They got an app built on it, and the app allows them to geo-track all their soil for all their land. So they own a farm and they have all their land charted out, geomapped, and stored on the blockchain. Then other farmers can go to them and ask for information about how they got their soil that was like dry or missing nutrients. And small farmers can exchange this information and they can trade these Dimitri coins with one another as currency. So you can either teach and share information or learn and get information. And that app is built on top of the Ethereum network, but it's Dimitri, which is a token on that internet. So that's a one that I like because it's going to try to work on taking down big agriculture. And people in like South Africa that don't know how to farm, or people in Iowa that are just starting out that inherited stuff, can talk to some guy that's like 10th generation in Idaho and learn how to do this stuff and like not use pesticides, how to keep the soil from eroding, how to rotate crops and keep it within in the structure. So that coin has a big utility around it and it's slowly building up. So so it's that one's more like a stock. Something like Dogecoin is just like drawings, and if people aren't buying Pokemon cards anymore, they just stop. Like if that set's not fun anymore, they don't buy it anymore.
Yeah,
So
it
you have to
seems like
Yeah,
Dogecoin.
it
up.
Dogecoin has as much value as, like, I guess because Elon likes it.
So Elon could literally, if they set up Twitter to be a Web3 wallet and you got paid in Dogecoin and you could pay and tip in Dogecoin on the site and buy services, he could probably jack up Dogecoin and people would start using it for utility for his site.
we should probably buy it.
It's trading at 17 cents a coin right now. I mean, I might kick $100 towards some Dogecoin.
Let's all buy Dogecoin right now, please.
Let's get some Dogecoin.
I own like probably 200,000 Dogecoins.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Damn,
I got them a while ago.
Oh, you bought it when it was
joke, but they went way up, so they're not worth that much. I could pull it up.
Yeah, the last I checked, Doge is at like 17 cents. So you probably bought it when it was like a fraction of a penny.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I own Shiba coin. I own a bunch of stupid shit.
Shiba's the other one that people
I
are.
don't want to put my password and stuff online because I don't know what's going on. But I recommend this. I won't talk too much, but this is what I recommend. There's a ledger.
Oh, a cold storage.
Yeah, and so I can still get online and all that stuff. And I don't know. I would. It's one of those things where I understand why Saul's head's spinning and it's difficult to understand.
I have a headache, honestly.
But it's going to be the future, and so it's one of those things where if you could get in now and kind of learn just the bare minimum, you'd be ahead of so many people. And so it's like coming for you one way or another. So it's like
Teach
you
us.
could either miss the train. Like people kept saying it's nothing, it's nothing, it's nothing. And then they try to get into it and it pumps. And then they forget about it. And then it goes back down and they don't do the research. And then it goes back up and they buy and they lose their money. And that's where I feel sad. That's why I wanted to come on here because
So what's the strategy? Hold?
The strategy is to hold.
But the strategy is to buy. You don't want to buy right now.
You buy and hold.
You don't want to sell ever.
Yeah,
when do you sell?
The strategy. I think a lot of people will say, even if you don't know much about it, they say the best strategy is to hold and don't try to time the market. Just make regular investments each month. So, like, pick a dollar amount, pick the coins you like, and then each month buy that same dollar amount.
See, I feel like I'm so dumb. I'd check it and be like, yeah, no. And I'd have no idea if they're doing good or not.
Yeah. Well, so this is what I would pick.
Does somebody call you and tell you, like, well, hey, like, you got to sell this?
That's a stockbroker.
Yeah, what I would do is I would just pick an amount, even if it's $100 a month. A small.
You want to be my stockbroker, Dave?
Interested? I do not. The whole point is you get to be your own bank.
Yeah, you have full control.
You have full control. I know. It just reminds me.
That's not a good
I
thing.
always think about it in bits, but it just reminds me of Ian Finance doing that skit being like, and Danny Polachek being like, but I don't want to be my own bank. That's who Sal is right now. He's like, I don't want to do crypto. Maybe I don't want to be the bank. The Jews are doing a pretty good
It is
job.
daunting. Like when you told me about like self custody, cold storage, all that versus like just keeping it on the exchange.
Mhm.
I've been looking into moving it, and then like the responsibility that comes with. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna lose this.
Yeah. So you got to be careful. So here's the thing. The reason why most of the people that are talking crypto online, besides the fact that it's a huge space, so I don't know. I know much more than most, but I don't know a lot. So like when the guy in the spaces the other day was asking me like what's going to happen with the halving, I was like probably nothing. It just feels like nothing. And he's like, no, it's going to go up, it's going to go down, and then nothing happened.
Right.
It's so a lot of these people that made money are just retards that just put some money in it and it went way up and they got into something early. And that's why they don't know much. So once you cash out and you got like a couple million, you it's as long as you're not a complete idiot, you should be able to kind of live off of that and fuck around. So you could just get lucky and be an idiot if you get in it early enough and you don't sell.
That's my strategy.
Pusha T says you're supposed to put the first 500 in the safe and lose the combination.
Booker T, is that what you said?
Pusha T.
Pusha T.
I pity the fool. I pity the fool that doesn't put 500 in the safe.
I pity the fool don't put 500 in the safe and lose combination. I pity the fool don't have direct TV.
Yeah. So wait, what? And I kind of know what that. So what was the halving just happened? What was the halving?
The M. Night Shyamalan movie?
No, that's the happening with Mark Wahlberg. Great movie.
It's Marky.
It is a good one. I like that movie.
No, I sound more like Kennedy. What's Marky Mark?
Fucking plants are trying to kill us.
The fucking
They're trying to kill us. Oh
the
my god.
ficus is trying to kill us.
Hey, all we got to do is cover the sunlight. Plants have sunlight, right? That's how they eat.
So yeah, the halving just happened, and so that's where I don't even know what that means, like what it was. It was some big Bitcoin event.
M. Night Shyamalan's The Halving.
I think it just gets to a point where one of the I don't know what the halving is exactly. One of the problems with, I would guess by the name of it, that one of the problems with Bitcoin is in all the cryptos is scalability. So the issues that they have are like scalability, security, and I forget the other one, but there's like three major issues that they have with every coin. And most coins will do like one or two, but can't solve the third problem. So that's why there's competitors and they're all like trying to figure out these problems. But I believe the halving has something to do with the blocks and the way that the Bitcoin is mined, which creates a scarcity. So supposedly that should increase the price, but nothing happened. So I think it has something to do with the pricing of mining or something.
People are dying in those mines. You know what I mean? That's the part that you don't think about.
Yeah,
It's the part that you don't really think about the other end. What's going on?
All the Bitcoin miners are getting lithium long from the Bitcoin mines.
So I do more of the decentralized finance stuff. So I don't pay super close attention to like
yeah, you do.
I hold a bunch of bullshit. What I would do, say you could invest $100 a month, right? Or 50 or 10 even. All you got to do is pick a couple of the top coins. I wouldn't choose Ethereum because it's so expensive.
But why not like some companies like a nice diverse
That's stocks.
I'm saying why not do both?
Stocks. I personally think that the stock market in
Pronounce stocks.
The Federal Reserve and the US government is on its way into the shitter.
So you're saying don't buy stocks?
I'm not giving anybody financial advice. If you want to
Don't look at what I just sent you.
Yeah, we're not like doing necessarily financial advice. We're just You know,
I would buy crypto just
Look
because
at what I just sent
look
you.
at it,
Dalton.
it's like most cryptos are over a period of time are going up. I think like Bitcoin was like 25K last year at this time or something.
yeah, and Bitcoin's right now. Its peak during this last bull run was like 72K, and it's the last I checked, it's sitting at like 65K, and that's up from when it started, which was like a penny. You know, when Bitcoin started.
Okay, so I just looked up what the halvening is. So what the halvening is when the miners are working on these blocks, they get paid fees, they get these rewards. So it said the first rewards were 50 Bitcoins. Previous halvings to date were 2012, 2016, 2020, 2024. So it went from 50 to 25 to 12.5 to 6.25 to 3.12, and in 2028 it'll go to 1.625. So I think basically what it does is it disincentivizes uh,
Jeez.
the rewards so that it slows down the further out you get towards um, them getting to the finite amount of coins that go into the ecosystem.
This motherfucker said disincentivize.
But I didn't know what nebulous meant earlier.
uh, yeah, I think it's just to regulate. Yeah, it's just to regulate the market, I guess, because um, I don't know. Dude, all of this is like really
So
hard to wrap
basically,
your
like
head
mining
around.
Bitcoin transactions is gets cut in half at that time. And it'll
Okay,
happen again in 2028. So the incentive to mine the Bitcoin becomes less as it
okay,
gets closer to whatever. But what should happen though also is if the scarcity is going, the price per Bitcoin will go up.
yeah, and Bitcoin kind of drives the entire crypto market. Like if Bitcoin's going up, usually a lot of the other coins are going up, I think. Right?
Well, it depends. So in order to get most coins, to get an altcoin, you're technically, unless you're holding it in an exchange wallet, it's paired to something that you're getting at. There's very few cryptos that you can buy standalone. So like when you buy, for instance, what's something that I own? I own a coin called Amp Coin or Dimitri that I talked to earlier. That's on the Ethereum chain. So me owning that, uh, if I went to an exchange, I could turn it back to cash. But if there was no such thing as fiat currency, in order to change that back, I would have to go through Ethereum. Uh,
Ethereum, get
so
inside.
it pro-
Damn, dude.
That's good.
Ethereum, get your ass in the house.
Yeah, seen here.
Kids, come in here and get y'all juice.
That's good.
Yeah, it's good. It's spicy. It's
So
spicy.
if there was no US dollar, if there's no fiat, you'd have to turn that back into Ethereum.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like kind of like behind. You'd have to kind of go through that highway to get there. They're built on top of one another, so that what's kind of props it up too. So like the when there's more apps and there's more coins on the chain, that's less likely than that thing like Ethereum would disappear. The more layer ones that are built on top of that, and layer twos and layer threes that are built on top, like apps and stores, like I was saying earlier, or highways. If there's a bunch of stores alongside a highway, they're most not likely going to take away the highway.
Right. Yeah, because I saw that they were doing that a lot
Line
with
up.
well, they're doing that a lot now with looks like Solana. Like there's all these coins
Yep.
built on Solana, like E-Girl, and I
Yeah,
think
so Solana's a new chain. It's similar to Ethereum. It runs on alongside Ethereum, but it's similar. It's called a chain, so you can build stuff on it. And uh it is getting popular. One thing you can do on these exchanges, you can look up something that's called TVL, which is total value locked. And there's a couple ways to do it. You can look at certain exchanges and see how much is on there, but you can also look at wallets and see how much is in existence and how much people are actually holding of something.
I don't think my sneak skill's high enough to do that.
So,
Sorry.
like, you know that guy Brett, the comedian Brett, whatever that has Brett Coin, is in New York.
no.
So there's a New York comedian, Brett something or other. He's actually probably going to be in rap soon. I think I saw a picture of him.
Brett Raybold.
Darren Carter, the party starter.
The only Brett, yeah, that's the only name I can think of is that Brett Raybold guy.
You know Darren Carter though, right, Dalton?
Darren Carter, the party starter.
Party starter.
What is that? Is that from Step Brothers?
No, he's a act highness.
Oh yes,
The
yes,
guy that raps.
yeah, I remember him. Yeah, yeah, just some hack road dog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Brett
oh, yeah.
Raybald. Raybald. Or
Sorry
Raybald.
to all the
Okay,
Darren
yeah,
Carter
yeah. So it
fans.
is Brett Raybold.
Yeah, so he started a coin called Brett Coin. It's just basically cut and paste, and he did it to fund his comedy career. Part as a joke, but part of like way to support him. So like if people were actually wanted to support his comedy career, they could buy some of these coins, which would prop up the price of the coin that he created on his chain. But he owns so many of those coins that if you were to look up the total value locked, it's all like locked up by one person. So then it's like
Bill Clinton.
the safety is like at any point he could sell all his coins and take the money. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
This is
sticky. So you don't have to
insanity.
find people to buy those coins at the same times, and people probably aren't going to buy Brett coin. But
People
that's
think the future is gonna look like Dune. It's just gonna be people like, ha ha, I have all the Dalton coins now.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. No, so but that's where you get the security in these coins is
Weird.
like when you see how many people own and have them or whatever. And then when people try to sell them, they also have to find somebody to sell them to. So some of them can't disappear because there's no buyers as well. Doesn't mean that people want it. It
Wait,
just means that there's no buyers.
you need to start your own fucking currency, Dalton.
I yeah,
Dalton coin.
I started one just as a
Coins,
joke.
coin fed,
Dalt coin.
coin fed,
Coin fed.
Coin fed.
Coin
Oh,
fed.
brother.
coin fed. We're gonna
Corn
get
coin.
coin fed. We'll get a nice Jewish man to sell it for us. It's coin fed.
I had come up with an idea for one, and I was just like posting about it as a joke for a while called Kramer coin, and it's just a coin with the letter N on it, and that was Kramer
You
coin.
should do Kumia coins.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kumia coin would be the same
Kumia
thing.
coins.
Dude, is he trying
coin.
to like win an award for most racist man ever?
I think so. I think he's trying
Like-
to win the most racist guy of all time award.
He's gonna get assassinated. You know what I mean? Like someone
So-
is literally gonna shut him
Dude,
up.
he had one bad interaction with a black lady.
Yeah, where they beat him up.
10, however long ago it was that he got fired.
Was she really a black lady then?
Uh,
The crazy
I don't-
thing is he had his gun on him.
I
like,
who attacked? Who was it that attacked him? It was like a trans
it
woman,
was
like
like
a black
a
trans
gaggle
lady.
of like it was a horde of I don't know.
No,
black
when he
women.
no
It was
when
like
he
3 or
got
4.
when he got fired from O&A
Yeah.
when they were on Sirius, he was out taking pictures of New York, and some
Yeah.
like black lady or black trans.
I thought it was
woman-
like 3 or 4.
it was like one person ran up on him and attacked him and caused a ruckus. They had a
That doesn't sound
fracas.
like a black
Speaking of
person to
that,
me. That
I'm
sounds like a
I'm several black dudes high right now.
yeah.
Um,
He's at first I thought he was doing irony, but can Italians do irony? Sal?
no, they don't understand metaphor and irony.
No, my mom showed me how to do all that stuff when I, before I moved out.
I know they can
Laundry,
I know
ironing,
women do a lot of
you know what I
the
mean?
Italian women do a lot of ironies.
Yeah, just in case.
The cooking, the cleaning, the
But I don't do it anymore.
The irony. No, he had one really bad interaction with a black person.
Okay, so it was one person. Sorry.
And then he enacted
I've had a lot more bad interactions with them, and I'm not like that.
With who? The same person?
I've had plenty of bad interactions with black people, and I haven't like taken up a vendetta against.
I've had a lot of good ones.
I've had some good ones
lot of
too.
barbecues.
I've been to some cookouts.
You know what I mean? I've had a lot of really good handshakes where it made the pop noise. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Click.
I've had some great handshakes for
Oh,
sure.
the
Sounds
best
like you really like
handshakes.
those Afro Americans.
I've smoked some really good weed.
Into filibustering.
Yeah.
I've heard some Olympic level arguments.
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah,
some great
yeah.
conversations against my will
So
from somebody talking on their speakerphone at a CVS.
but yeah, a conflicted people, I would say.
But yeah,
I,
he is like
do you really think so? He's serious now. He's switched over from jokes to
I
like
think I think it's sincere on his part. I think like he doesn't have the
It's too
right
much.
the regulator, the throttle that was Patrice O'Neill has been dead for many years now. And
they
he
think that I'm sincere sometimes when I'm trolling though.
He'll just repost something and be like, "Animals, kill them all" or something, and I'm like, Jesus.
he does dude.
Well, like I was saying earlier, sometimes
I know that like trolling on Twitter, like just because it's all via text, can
yeah,
confuse people. Can interpret it in a way that you didn't mean because they can't. There's no inflection in your voice. There's no intonation. Like they can't hear the way you mean it to come out.
yeah.
So I can see how that happens. But
And then
Kumia not only is constantly tweeting like the barbaric ends are at it again. These dastardly orangutans or
Yeah.
like whatever he's saying. He also just is also just constantly saying that on air, like he's on his own show
yeah,
talking like that. And he doesn't like have any black people in his life anymore.
it's
He
crazy.
yeah, I think he's leading this fucking crusade against black people through and getting paid for it. Apparently, he made like $900 tweeting and just like reposting videos of black people doing something and
Just
being like,
fighting.
"Look at these fucking cockroaches scurrying about the streets."
It's getting popular. I've seen there's a couple of sites that used to just like they kind of used to be like Clown World, where they would on pages like Clown World, they would just show weird videos. But then
Yeah,
they slowly start going and they start posting like sneaky racism, like
Sometimes he'll go for a joke. He'll be like, "There's that baby mama child support money, like hard
yeah.
at work," and I'm like, I guess he kind of went for a joke on that.
He sometimes he tries to be funny, but it's very ham-fisted
Oh yeah,
and it's coming. It's not even coming from an ironic, like trickster place. It's also
you can hear
still
him seething.
so
yeah,
I grew up like Boston, south of Boston, not like in
Yeah.
Boston, but in Massachusetts from the area.
You look
And
Massachusetts
there's
as
a lot
fuck.
of roast culture here. And so that'll translate from me on Twitter. But for a lot of people, like I've met some people like when I met somebody that lived in Idaho their whole life and I did sarcasm around them, they just were like, what's going on? It's like it was a joke. And there's like, what was funny about it? It's like
What is that?
funny because it's like,
what do you mean by that?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like
It's like what's funny
anytime
on
someone
that? 'Cause
tells
we know
Rogan
that
a
you're not
joke.
supposed to hit women twice in the
Hey,
eye.
I don't mean
They
to go off track, but is that an NES, a GameCube, and a Dreamcast behind you?
No, I sold all that stuff.
What is
This
that?
is all my stuff for my online business.
Mm-hmm.
There's a
Is an
printer.
Etsy store.
Yeah. I
That's
sell
true.
Damn.
I sell dirty socks and my
He says
Etsy.
dirty socks and
Gay men buy
pottery.
my dirty socks and underwear.
Yeah, it does seem like the sincere racism is really starting to, there's been an uptick, especially since Elon bought Twitter.
Yeah.
Those pages like In Wokeness and Clown World and Stone Toss and all these different accounts are building a bigger followings that really believe this shit. To
Did you
the like,
see?
did you see what was happening today and yesterday? Alex Jones was talking about how he does not like Hitler, and there's like 100 comments are like,
He
what
didn't
happened?
even know the guy.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, you know what? You
How
don't
can
even
he say
know
that
him.
about? Did he even meet him?
Yeah,
give this guy a break until you meet somebody in person, shake his hand, look him in the eyes. Can we really be making judgment calls?
that's true. Yeah, you're making a judgment call.
But go on, I'll listen.
But he was like posting all this stuff about how he hates Hitler. He thinks Hitler's bad, and there's like 100 different comments in each one of these
Edgy.
posts of people being like, what happened to you, man? People be like, he used to
used to love Hitler with the rest of us.
yeah, he used to be in search of the truth. He used to be a truth teller. He used to be a real person. What is this? What is this you're doing? Are you saying you hate Hitler? people are getting like brain rot.
I didn't like his economic policies either, so
that was his biggest offense was his economic.
You don't think it was his art, his boring ass fucking paintings?
Yeah, I mean he's a good painter. He's better at painting.
We talked about this though. They're just not exciting.
Yeah, it's very flat. But he worked for a postcard company, so he was constrained by, his boss. What he was made to do as an artist.
Boss was a real fascist.
Do you know who Charlie Kirk is?
No.
Sorry, Dave. I didn't. What'd you say?
I just said Hitler's boss was a real fascist.
Yeah, he was working with
my mic not louder. Am I not talking loud enough?
Your mic does this weird thing where I think if anyone else is talking, yours is like the sound will like not come in. So like me and Sal have to be completely quiet.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, it's a little soft.
I get mine running through a Roadcaster, so maybe I can fix the audio on maybe it's an audio setting here or whatever. Is there a talk over?
I don't know. I don't know how any of this works.
I just need to shut up. Really,
we're just flying by the seat of our pants. And Sal is very Italian in the way he has conversations with people.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. I don't mind it.
Sal has a thought and then it's immediately vocalized as soon as he has it.
Yep.
Yeah. But Charlie Kirk is that guy that goes to college campuses and he argues with like fucking freshmen.
Oh, he's like a Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, well, he did a debate where he invited one of the press secretaries for Sanders, this black lady, onto his show, and she's
Colonel?
Huh?
Colonel Sanders?
It must be
Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, it mwas be Colonel Sanders.
She's like destroying him. You know what I mean? It's like he's using these.
That's Ethereum's mother.
It was Ethereum's mom.
Yeah.
Ethereum.
Colonel Sanders.
Talking about Bernie Sanders over here.
Yeah, Colonel Sanders' press secretary is Ethereum's mom. Yeah.
Okay, it's all coming together now. I'm catching up. Yeah.
So what happened?
No, he's just using the same weak ass arguments that he uses in these YouTube videos on college campus. But she's like pretty well read, and she's like taking apart everything and that he says, and he just looks like a total idiot. And finally, he resorts to telling her to calm down. He's like, "You're getting a little." He almost called her uppity. Like,
yeah, dude, you get a little uppity.
Like, it's crazy how that's what he resorted to. She's like, I'm not. I'm telling you, you're wrong. It's like, oh man, not a good look.
I missed the thing. So, because I was trying to figure out. So they were on a college campus. It's Charlie.
Well, that's what he's famous for. He does these YouTube shorts where he like argues with kids on college campus, and he just destroys them because he's
he's like under 10 usually, right? Like outside.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And people are calling him an idiot. Yeah. So, but he actually had someone like pretty educated on his little debate show on his YouTube channel, and he just was using like the same stupid arguments that he uses in his YouTube videos, and it just like he chose to have her on. It's crazy. He totally not a good look.
Yeah.
Destroyed.
Yeah, I've said.
I don't know about this Charlie Kirk guy, but he sounds like a real jerk to me. So
I mean, I like a lot of like some of what he says, but like definitely she showed a lot of the flaws in his arguments.
Yeah, anytime these grifters start talking to anyone with any amount of actual knowledge, they get exposed for what they really are.
What does Alex Jones say about Charlie Kirk? Is he pro, against?
I bet you they would all like each other.
Alex Jones exists in his own like tangent bubble.
Yeah, that's
he doesn't register to me as the same kind of
making the frogs gay.
Yeah, he doesn't register as like the way like this wave of
He was
grifters
right.
now.
They are making the frogs gay.
They are. I mean, honestly,
What do you mean?
he's right. He was right about that. That the fluoride is changing the DNA of frogs. Like it's altering their
What are you
like.
talking about? He came out with that
Making
well
the frickin'
before
frogs gay.
everybody in Hollywood's kid was the opposite of what they were born. Everybody's.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that is
that
so
I
weird.
don't know. I meant like actually biologically with frogs. I
Yeah,
think there is something.
He was changing. I think it was changing them from to female mostly, or androgynous.
Yeah,
It was literally changing the
That's
sexual.
why we have a strict one gender policy. All with all my kids, we're making them all men, even the girls.
Yeah.
mhm.
That works out with Italian women. They all end up with mustaches.
Yep. You're playing softball, whether you like it or not. Get outside.
Yeah, yeah. I think Alex Jones is he got grandfathered in. He's like from a bygone era of grifting where it was like more than anything, it was the spectacle of it
Yeah,
was
you know
like
what you should do that is that's what you need supplements. Dalton supplements.
I've been wanting to get into supplements,
That's what Rogan and
I
that's what
heard they don't do
Jones.
shit though.
tonics. They don't do any. No, it's snake oil.
You
But I
piss them
mean,
out, right?
yeah, yeah. There's like a class action lawsuit going on against
GNC.
on it right now
Oh.
for Alpha Brain because people are saying like this don't do shit.
Yeah, it didn't make me dream very weird. I had a very pretty normal dream
Yeah, I
actually.
had really.
I didn't feel very alpha. I kind of felt like a beta some days after taking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took this in
And I take this in
My-
front of my family.
my
and
girlfriend
then I
pegged
feel like a
me on
fucking
Alpha Brain.
beta, and I need some recompensations.
Yeah, everybody's trying to crack the code on like do the biohacking now where it's like take this fucking supplement, do this, this, and this, and it's like
Oh, that's
I do
what's
that.
his name?
I do that. I'm gonna live to be
Who's that guy?
a couple years older.
Oh,
yeah, I'm gonna,
Brian Johnson.
Brian John, yeah, the billionaire biohacker
yeah,
who's
yeah,
Not
yeah,
my-
yeah, yeah.
my
The guy that's-
epigenetic age
One,
is
yeah, that's trying to.
the weird and gay guy or whatever. He
yeah,
looks like a hot lesbian.
yeah, yeah.
Space. He looks like if you were on the Star Trek one that was like on a space station.
Oh,
that you
Deep
would
Space
find him
Nine.
in the bar.
Would you guys upload your consciousness before you die into like
Well,
a?
so I mean, so what does that entail though? Because like, if here's the thing, if I'm alive now, and they do they map out my brain and do a scan and then upload that to a computer. It's not like I'm doing a transfer. There's just
What
a
if they just freeze your head?
hold on, Sal.
Like
Let me
Futurama. And it's just
Alright.
Dalton in a jar.
use a head in a jar. I don't want that.
Yeah. What? Yeah, just freeze your head and your brain until they can
Dude, that
figure it
would
out.
suck, dude. Wait, so well, you don't have testicles anymore, so maybe you don't make testosterone and get horny.
Dude, they'll
But if you
give you
still
a
got horny
beautiful
and you were
set of
just a head
balls.
and you couldn't satisfy yourself.
Yeah, that's a
For
nightmare.
people that have wives,
I have no cock and I must bust.
be satisfied for somebody else.
Yeah, I don't want to do
It
that.
would. They'd let you bust. They do a program to let you bust. Like you'd
You
be
think
able to.
okay? So if there's bus software,
I would hit that button all
There's
day.
bust
Yeah.
software. Yeah,
yeah, I'd be
it's like a hospital. You just gotta hit the button.
Yeah, I'd be like bust, nurse, bust.
It's not fucking working.
Yeah, it's like a morphine drip, and they're like,
Yeah.
you've already busted 5 times today. We can't let
Sir.
you keep busting.
You
Yeah.
shouldn't be busting at these levels, doctor.
Yeah.
Uh,
You turn into fucking lawnmower man because you bust too much.
but
Your
they're
mind-
yeah.
Keeping an eye on him, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Pruitt.
We think he
He's
might be the
busting at
one.
levels we've never seen before.
Yeah, these are bust levels we've never seen
And
before.
lab coats are coming in. They're looking at him through double pane mirror.
He's the most powerful gooner in cyberspace. He's
Some of
taking
their fucking-
over.
Yeah, you get a bunch of scientists in there with clipboards.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
just take over Pornhub. It's just everything. Everything.
Yeah, you go to Pornhub. It's just my face,
in
and
the
it's like, oh,
system. Yeah,
I bet you thought you were gonna jack off today, huh?
he just
Well-
it's like in that scene in the Matrix where he's
That's
just about
like-
to get shot, but then he sees all the ones and zeros.
Bro,
but
that's
sees come and he's like
Yeah.
blocking it.
But I mean, no. Well, the thing with uploading your consciousness, in the thought, I guess, like the thought experiment, like think about it philosophically, is it's not like you're doing a one-to-one transfer where it's like I exist now, and they're gonna zap all of me into the cloud. what they do, like uploading your consciousness, would be mapping out your brain, like all of like whatever that entails, and then uploading a version of that, like a copy, to the cloud.
Mm.
So now, if you're still alive, I guess, like now there's two versions of you that exist simultaneously. There's like the me that exists here, and the me that exists in cyberspace. And so really, like, all I've done is created a program that thinks it's me.
Okay, so would you give your DNA for a future cloning program so they can eventually make
No,
another
Sal, I
Dalton?
just would make peace with the like finite nature of existence. That I'm not like
All right.
this idea of
I need to ask
longevity.
Bert Kreischer this.
Yeah. So hold on. What about if you could like stop your aging process, right?
Like
Like in
Tuck
that movie,
Everlasting?
Time with
Oh, Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake, decent movie. How
It's a
they can
terrible
stop your
movie.
aging process, but you live a certain amount of time. How long do you think you can make it before you wanted to just give all your time away and jump off a bridge?
Never.
You think
I
you
mean,
could live forever at
maybe
25,
maybe the
26?
Italian mind could handle it, but
Bro, there's so much. Like I'd finally know everything, like after like 1,000 years.
yeah, 1,000 years, you'd be like, guys, I
Uh,
finally read Huckleberry Finn.
Yeah.
You're not gonna, dude. You're not gonna believe this. Books are actually kind of cool. It took me 1,000 years to read a book.
yeah, man. Imagine how smart I'd be. Wicked smart.
Dude, you
Yeah.
would be reading at like a 11th grade level in a
You'd be all
thousand
ready to
years.
spaghetti P.
Collegiate.
Yeah.
A collegiate level, yeah.
A collegiate level.
No, I think I don't under like this obsession people have with
Oh.
longevity. I mean, like being healthy is a good idea, and
Yeah.
wanting to make the most out of this life is a good idea.
Remember
But
that, kids.
trying to live forever, or trying to like hack nature itself to figure out some way to cheat it and be like, I'm gonna try and either live forever, or they're gonna bring me back at some point, or any of that. It's a fool's errand, and it's also just like, it seems it's like greedy to me. It just seems greedy. It's like you're not okay. You didn't get enough. You're not getting enough out of this. You want to keep the party going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
essentially. Yeah. I want them to freeze my head.
uh, I think I might have fixed my mic too, by the way. So let
And
me know.
it's only
Yeah.
like 40 grand to do that.
To cut your head off and freeze it.
Just the head. The whole body's like 80 grand.
I mean, maybe my crypto investments will pay off at that
Yeah,
point, like a
if you
thousand
had
years
the
from now.
money, you know. The
Ripple
thing is
might be
though,
worth like $10 in a thousand years.
assuming that I live
Hold on
like
a
a nice
second. You
old
cut your head off and then your family has it on a shelf?
no. So it's in a lab. It's in a
It's in a
lab
lab and they
that's
come visit
it's
you. Your family
frozen.
comes to visit your head.
I
It's kind of weird.
guess. They
Yeah.
probably gotta go like turn a light on, like, all right, it's
Sal, you have unpaid credit cards, and you're talking about doing like experimental science on yourself.
it's not experimental. Look at the fucking Ice Age girl they found. They de-thawed. She still looks pretty good.
It's a corpse.
Yeah, but the brain is intact.
I know,
You
but,
can plug
like
that bitch into a computer.
what you're talking about is freezing your head in the hopes that at some point
Yeah.
they could bring you back online, that
Yeah,
you
they
could
can
live again.
with my brain. Yeah, they can
Yeah,
just
that's definitely not something that they can do right now.
no.
They can.
Obviously,
I don't.
that's
I
why
really
you're
don't want that.
freezing that.
Okay, but I'm saying it's a game.
You're gonna freeze a baked
You're
ziti that you're gonna eat right
gambling.
now.
You're gambling on theoretical, like a science fiction concept.
What do you have to
Dude,
lose?
you know that could turn into such a nightmare. So imagine they hooked you up to something, right? And you're in that
Uh-huh.
bed, and you can think, but you can't move. And then
It was
somehow
like
the system
R2D2,
gets
like
taken down, and they can't come get you or whatever. So you're just sitting there alone with your thoughts, unable to die for
Yeah, Sal,
eternity.
have you not seen the music video for "One" by Metallica?
Yes,
Dude,
yes.
Can we
become the
watch it?
fucking.
You're gonna be
The,
that, but like a
Can we
cartoon
watch it?
Futurama. All right,
no,
here's a good one. You're trapped as a human head in Futurama with two other people in the room. What other two heads do you want next to you, Sal? Since you're going to be this head trapped in eternity. You got to talk to another talking head next to you.
Jesus.
That's what that's what
Okay.
And
How you gonna talk Jesus into cutting his head off?
Tom Hanks.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Two pedophiles. Okay. That's the new Dom Luker conspiracy.
That's
Jesus was a pedophile.
that seems like
Realistically,
such
yeah,
torture to be trapped in a head like that.
bro, they're not gonna just plug me in and leave me on the table like in the lab and forget about it. They're gonna obviously have something ready.
You want to be a robot body, so they like
Whatever they
screw
got, whatever they
jar
cooked
onto a
up.
robot body, and you walk around.
Sal, you're not. I don't. I think the best option for you, and it's the same with me, is to live a
Yes.
long, healthy life and have a nice family.
Yeah, you guys are crushing the healthy life lifestyles.
Yeah,
We're crushing it. We're gonna die of a ripe old age at 38.
probably. Yeah, we're gonna die very Italian deaths, and then you just like the best case scenario for anybody is to make your peace with this life,
Yeah.
and then go gently into that good night.
I could die tonight. This could be the last time you
It
guys
happens
ever
all
talk
the
to me.
time,
I'm
brother.
old.
Yeah,
Hey, listen, I love you all.
I love you too, Sal. Dave. What were you saying? You could die
I said I
tonight.
could die tonight. I'm old.
Oh yeah, you're not that.
You get
I
you
mean,
get to a certain age. I'm not old, but you get to. I'm like if I was black, I'm wicked old. I'm like 49.
yeah, for sure. But I mean, they have.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's isn't that funny how for a black dude that
we
seems older.
have achieved a certain longevity for humanity where like people do live longer now. Like
Yeah.
back in this like 50s and 60s when there was lead in the gas and everybody smoked and there was asbestos everywhere. Like 35 was okay. Well, you're on your way out. Like, but
What was crazy today? Lewis was talking about how old his father was, and his father was like 26 when he got killed. And he didn't bring this up, but I started going off into a spiral. It was like my dad died when he's in his 70s, and maybe I'll live past 70. So then I'll be older than my dad. But Lewis has lived a majority of his life already and lived longer than his dad did. So like
mhm.
when he thinks of his dad, he's like thinking of a 26-year-old dude instead of a man.
That's really weird.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is
That's so weird to think about.
dude. Because
He
like
didn't say
me,
it, but I was thinking that the whole time, and I just blanked out thinking about if that happens to you.
I'm glad you said that. That's really weird.
even me now, and especially me at 26, is like might as well be a teenager. It's not.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine like trying to be responsible and have a son or any of that. I mean, I don't think Lewis's dad was actually trying to be
Yeah.
responsible
My
ever.
dad was way younger when he had us than when I had kids. I was turning 30.
Well, look, but I mean, look at the state of things. Like, the world is so
Yeah.
hostile now. Like, everything is like expensive as fuck, and the deck is so stacked against everyone now that it would be foolish. In Sal, you've done this to try and start a family if you're not,
What an idiot!
a
Sal is.
Bitcoin millionaire already.
What a
Yeah.
retard! Has a loving wife and
Yeah, I
children.
know.
You
Yeah.
really fucked up, Sal. That's
I had
right.
to get a better job like a bunch of different times.
Yeah, but I mean, no, you did the right thing. Like having a family is a beautiful thing to do. It's just now it's like it's
It
so
sucks.
it's so much more unstable for everybody now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really know why I did what I did.
You were
No, I'm glad you
horny.
did.
You got to have
I
raw
love that you did.
sex.
Yeah, like most of the time I'm happy, but then when I'm not, I'm like, why did I do this? I actually just wanted to watch Netflix.
And she wanted to chill.
She wanted to chill. I was actually trying to watch like Tiger King or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, with women, it's different because like the clock is really ticking for women because when they get into their 30s,
Those eggs just start falling
the
out.
the eggs, yeah, they start really drying up, and they start feeling the walls closing in.
I don't think they actually dry up. They just come. They have heavier. The more
They
eggs
just don't have any
menstruate.
eggs. By the age of 30, they've lost like 90% of their eggs.
Isn't it
Yeah.
all? Don't they menstruate all their eggs though?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they have more after that, but it's all the leftover like retarded eggs.
yeah, yeah. You
Hey,
lose all the good eggs.
what's menstruation?
It's when the uterine lining sloughs off and falls out the pussy.
Do women's eggs dry up or do they menstruate them?
Who's he talking? Are you talking to?
She don't even fucking know.
She
She's a
doesn't.
woman. My wife.
I thought he was asking Alexa.
That's his wife's name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't put your voice on this. I know everybody knows that.
Reddit.
Then she throws in her own, like, you're born with only a certain amount of eggs. That's not what I fucking asked.
Yeah, this is crazy. I made a video about this because this is crazy.
Go make me some eggs.
Each one of us here, right? We were in our grandmother's
You
stomach.
menstruate them.
Think about that. You were in your grandmother's.
We were in a what?
In your grandmother. Because when your grandmother was making
No.
mother, the eggs were in your mother already before she
Mhm.
was born.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Wow.
I was thinking about this the other day and it just blew
What
my
was I
mind.
trying to watch?
It's what is going on, Sal?
I'm sorry. My
Dave
wife.
Dave just said a
Italian
very
French simulator
That is
dolphin.
actually
He's in
super.
your-
Listen,
Hey, wife, what are you doing here? I'm talking on the thing with my friends.
I'm podcasting, bitch.
Go ironing the clothes.
so doesn't that mean that you're in your? No, yeah, no, you're right.
No, you're not in your grandfather's bowls.
No, because
because-
because you make fresh sperm, but the eggs, the cells for the eggs that are being
Uh-huh.
millions of them are put into the baby. So when your mother's in your grandmother's womb, you're in there because
Mhm.
you're not one of the ones that died because you survived. So you've been in 2 generations of your female side and your matriarchy side.
Wow.
It's kind of mind blowing when you think about it. That's why women aren't supposed to be whores, because if even if your grandmother's a whore, it fucks you up.
Damn.
And your grandmothers were all whores, just so you know.
No.
Yes, you.
Margarita.
Nana was a whore.
Oh,
She's
I have the proto soundboard loaded up. Dave, make that deep ass point again.
I don't remember what was in the deep ass point.
You say
Did all our
grandmother's a
grandmothers were
whore?
whores?
so you're wait, you're in your there's two.
So
When a man
when you-
busts,
You've existed inside of 2 different generations of maternity.
yeah, on your maternal side, when your grandmother was making your mother, the cells that or the eggs are in the fetus and in the baby when they're born. So technically you've been inside your grandmother. And if you're in the South, even maybe more of your female side.
so tight.
I don't have the soundboard yet, but that I've
Can
got
I
I've got
suggest?
some.
I'm gonna send you a bunch of clips.
So I saw this. I got a little short today on YouTube or whatever, and I have the
Lord have
Roadcaster
mercy, I'm about to
too.
bust.
But I saw that there's the Roadcaster Mini. It's like a pocket size podcast thing like this, but it has the pads for sampling, and I think it's inexpensive. So remind me about that after the show.
I've got equipment coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Elgato something. All will be revealed. There was a big something big happened.
Donation-thon? Yeah,
Do what?
Donation-thon, yeah.
Yeah, there's something big is happening. A benefactor of the program has blessed us with a sound
Silent donor.
Is it a guy? Is I think he's not silent though. Is it somebody that makes fun of comedians?
It's an account like that, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll talk about it when it actually gets. It looks like they did order it, so like it's on its way.
Sweet.
Um,
It's Chris Cantwell.
it's Chris Can. I don't know who that is.
It's the crying Nazi.
Oh no, no. There's a really cool Twitter account who does a
Yeah,
podcast.
Chris Gaywell.
Yeah, yeah. The Crying Nazi. Yeah, he sent me some. I don't know who this is, but I like the. That's a fun
Yeah.
name.
You
So
don't
that'd be.
remember that from the Charlottesville thing?
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
man.
He was
I
in the
my
Binding ads. You'll
that,
start seeing it's election season again. I'm sure they'll bring him back around
that
again.
feels like ancient history now. The
It's funny. I saw
Charlottesville.
him in a scooter in downtown Manchester, New Hampshire, like 3 months ago. He's all super skinny now. He's off the roids.
Okay.
And he's
Nice.
driving like a Vespa because he's got no license or whatever. He's out of jail.
Oh yeah, everything's moving so fast now. That Charlottesville thing feels like ancient history at this point.
Yeah.
It's like I don't
We
even.
never look back to see the lives that the Biden administration ruined.
Yeah.
I have to see a crying Nazi on a scooter in downtown Manchester.
Hell, we've
All
already
full of
forgotten
cameras.
about the first guy that set himself on fire. We're on to a new guy.
Yeah.
I know, isn't that
Who's going to
crazy?
be next?
That's
It's
so
hot.
disrespectful.
Setting yourself on fire is so hot this season.
Yeah. It does seem like it's a symptom of something. Like it's indicative of like this deterioration of the like fabric of our existence that is driving people to become this extreme. You know what I mean? Like it feels like it's a response to. I mean, I guess like certainly mental health, like mental
Yeah.
illness is a factor, but I think like this like the degradation of our lives has been brought upon us by the klepto
I used to love that show.
the con artists
Dude,
controlling everything, the big Ponzi scheme that is the economy and
this went
politics.
on when I was younger though. It just wasn't it wasn't recorded and you didn't have to do it like in public like everybody does now. But not to bring it up, but I had a similar like mental issues in my 20 that you went through, like
Yeah.
just high stress or whatever. And like I made it through the other side. I'm happy I went through. I feel stronger. I'm glad I didn't end up on medication, blah, blah, blah. And I was thinking about that today because I was like, could I have set myself on fire back then? Could I have brought myself to it? And it's like, because there was times that I like wanted to end it, and I was thinking, like, did I really want to end it, or was it a cry for help because no one was like helping me, and so I didn't know what to do? Uh, and I wondered like today, not to be like bring the show down or whatever, but like honestly, besides like what's going through that guy's mind when he like I fucking did it, I did it. Oh wait, I did it. Like it would be instant
I don't
regret.
know. I know
Hot, 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 hot,
Yeah.
hot, hot.
there. I guarantee you, whatever is going through his mind, there's a point with everybody where they go, "Oh shit, my dick and balls are burning now. Oh my god, my penis."
Yeah, like it's got to be instant regret. Like you're like, okay, this is gonna be so cool. I was in the car. I sung the Revolution song. I got the manifesto. Hold on, let me check my notes. Check, check, check. Okay, I got the lighter fluid. I'm gonna set myself on fire. This is gonna be great.
Bro, I
And
imagine
then
it's
when
a
he
very,
does it, he's like, oh, this
very
fucking sucks.
tunnel vision type moment. Like a
I
lot of heavy
I
breathing,
never
shaking
I never
hands.
contemplated self-immolation, but when I was at the worst of it, I had vivid image, like this vision in my mind of either like you using like a sharp object on myself or taking a bottle of pills. Like I definitely made like there was serious consideration as to how I would go about doing it. And then I got better, I guess, but yeah, setting yourself on fire seems like one of the more painful ways to do it, but I guess that's why it's more of an act of protest along with killing
Yeah.
yourself.
So he knows he's dead, or does part of him think that he's gonna like survive and then he's gonna be like in a Netflix special all burnt up like that?
Yeah, roasted. The, I don't know. I think if you're gonna set yourself on fire, you're probably expecting to die. Probably like hoping you will, because like
Yeah.
the pictures that came out of him, charred up, burnt to a crisp when he was still like alive technically. I was like,
Yeah.
well, hopefully he dies.
What
You don't
what's
want
yeah,
to.
what
Yeah.
sucked
Yeah.
was like he set himself on fire, right? And he's burning. and then people are screaming, "Oh, stop, get a fire extinguisher." Then at that point, you could be like, no, 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 stop. Like, I went out. So, like, if they had gotten to him a little bit earlier, he would even be more fucked because then he has to live there like the Metallica 1 video.
Raisin Man was what they'd call him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to
Yes,
live
like,
through that because dude,
Nicolas
there's
Cage will play
guys.
him. It'll be like halfway between Raisin, Arizona, and was the one where he sets on fire.
Oh yeah, um, yeah, because there's guys you'll see on like a subway every now and then, like some guy who either was in a fire or was attacked with acid, who will come on the subway just with like no face,
Yeah.
like his
So I
face is
moved to New
burnt off.
Hampshire.
Yeah, and
I'm
they'll be like,
away from all that craziness.
yeah, but you'll see a guy like that every now and then who has no face and he has to wear like all this protective gear and gloves, and it's horrifying to
Yeah.
see it in person.
Oh, I wasn't saying that, by the way, just for the record, I wasn't saying I want to live away from the people that get acid thrown on them. I think they're cool. I want to live away from the people that throw acid on you.
Sure, yeah, but there'll be a guy like that every now and then who's like asking for money or showing people like brochures of like, here's what happened to me, you can have some money,
Yeah,
and it's
get a
like, dude,
job.
they should have finished the job, dude. This
Oh, yeah.
sucks.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you don't want like what do you think is the best outcome for this? Is like, okay, you're finally not homeless at some point. You still have no face. You have no lips. You have no eyelids. This fucking sucks, dude. There's no, So this Max Azarello dude, I'm sure he, I'm sure at some point as he was burning, he was like, "Man, I hope this kills me because I'm
Yeah,
in
he
too deep
looked.
now."
I saw the clip of him singing the Revolution song to
And you were like, ah, kill
the
yourself.
march. Yeah, I was like, I hope it goes through. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and I read that manifesto, and it did make me. I kind of wept for him. I felt a lot of grief for him because it was well written enough. It was succinct
I
enough.
don't
It
know why
made
I just want to call you faggot.
well. No, here, bear with me. He made it. He made enough good points in a way that was easy to understand. Where I was like,
Oh, the God is cursed. Set yourself on fire, little baby.
well, here's what I'm getting at. He could
I'm
have he
sorry.
could have
I'm
had
serious.
he could have had a very promising career as a grifter. He if like the I read
Okay,
that
I'm back on board.
manifesto, and he
Yeah.
was hitting he
He-
was hitting
yeah.
some great conspiracy theories and making
Yeah.
some good, and he was hitting us with stuff that I've never heard before, like that the Harvard writers for The Simpsons are part of the ruling class, and they were sent to write for The Simpsons to brainwash us.
So do you did it make sense, or was he just finding patterns that weren't there?
It all made sense. Like that's the thing about it. If it's psychosis, is like
Yeah.
if you're smart and also going through a psychotic break.
Did you think Conan O'Brien was in on this?
He did, yeah. That was like, he doesn't name Conan specifically, but he talks
Yeah.
about Marge versus the monorail, which Conan wrote.
Yeah.
And so basically, he implicates Conan and John Schwartzwelder and Bill Oakley. Like he's saying, like all these Harvard kids that wrote for The Simpsons are part of this elite ruling class that
Yeah.
were like assigned to write for that show to brainwash the people of this country. And I
Yeah,
was
they
like,
should have sent some. They should have sent some comedians.
and these are, well, I mean, they're comedy writers. I mean, Conan has a quite a bit of pedigree.
No, no, sorry. Conan's funny.
Conan's John Schwartzwelder is funny. Bill Oakley, this is the dream
Yeah. Old
team.
school Simpsons was really good. Before
Yeah,
South Park, like, totally took our minds to another place.
Who writes it now?
but I don't know, a bunch of fucking
Lesbian,
different.
trans lesbian ladies in wheelchairs.
Yeah.
So can they still see the future?
What?
Like, like do they still
Trump
have all
coming
that
down the
inside
elevator
information?
and stuff.
I don't
Yeah.
know. He does it, like in his manifesto. He does like he talks about Marge versus the monorail. He does mention Lisa needs braces, dental plan. He's like they I forget what he said. Like this repetition of this line tells you to look away from the real issues and just focus on your own miserable existence and your individual existence, instead of
Yeah.
addressing the real issues.
Sounds like you could have got a job writing on The Simpsons.
He probably
Yeah.
that like reading that was the thing is like he saw these different patterns, which is a symptom of psychosis. But then if you're and I had something similar where you start like connecting these dots that may or may
Yeah.
not be there, but then you construct this narrative that kind of makes like it starts to make sense. Because there were people that
Yeah.
told me when I was going through that said like you were saying a bunch of crazy shit, but you made it make sense enough that it sounded plausible. Like, oh well, this actually sounds like it adds up. And that was what I got reading that manifesto was I was like, you know what? All the writers for The Simpsons are rich kid Harvard graduates, and they don't their lives have never resembled anything like the lives of The Simpsons themselves. So they are writing material in a way that's to be broadcast to the common man, and it could be brainwashing us, because they're looking down upon us, and I don't
So,
know.
what is the definition of, not to get too philosophical, but like, what is the definition of then brainwashing? Because every book that you read is trying to get you, or hopefully trying to get you like emotional or feeling or believing or telling you.
I
So,
think
like,
he
Little
just
Woman
made the
brainwashing you, like
argument.
what's the difference between the two?
I think he just made the argument that the Simpsons, social media, all these different things exist to distract you and create this new narrative, this like false narrative
Yeah.
to that you can now exist in, and so that you never pay attention to or care about or want to do anything about the actual bigger picture issues, like so that you don't want to revolt.
Yeah. I don't disagree with that. I don't know if you can just pinpoint it to The Simpsons. It might just be a cog in the wheel.
He was hung up on The Simpsons quite a bit.
Yeah.
He talks about that show specifically a lot.
It's one of the few political satire shows that we had on for so long. It's been
Yeah.
for so long. So
But I mean,
I
yeah, I
wouldn't be
mean,
surprised if they infiltrated it.
I,
Meaning, like, if whatever there's like power, and they did have power at one point, it would be a smart idea to go in there, even if you didn't have to talk about it. Like, people like power and they like manipulating society. So if you're a good writer, Simpsons would be a good place. You know what? I'm starting to like this guy now. Let's get into
that's
this.
what I'm saying is if he hadn't set himself on fire and killed himself,
Yeah.
he could have been like a Matt Walsh or Steven Crowder or Alex Jones type, just like sitting in front of his computer yelling about things and made a pretty good living doing it.
Yeah.
But you just had too many wires crossed, too many screws loose. And that's because he's a real one. He's like a real like actually about that shit. He's not just a grifter.
I'm happy that they didn't have a lot of social media when I was going through my mental break or my stress. Oh, yeah. Whoa. Way too many inches just went into your ear, bro.
Do what?
I watched that thing go in because you're on full screen on my
Oh
TV.
yeah, I'm cleaning my ear
I
out
was
with
like,
a
all right, maybe
crocheting
a quarter
needle.
inch will go in. I'm like, dude, that was like crazy, dude. That was like 2.5
Yo,
inches
you can get some serious
of metal
scoopage on
just
that.
went into your canal there, dude.
Yeah, sorry, the inside of my ear itched, and all I had was this. I have a crocheting needle in front of
Dude, that
me.
is some corn-fed stuff.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, first, I don't know how you're supposed to set up uh Zoom. So I have 3 small photos up top of us, but then I just have a giant of Dalton in the middle.
Oh yeah, no, there's a grid view. I have it on grid view where I just see me, and then you, Dave, and Sal. So there's just like 3 different
I didn't
boxes.
mess away. So I was able to get a really big close up of that. That was intense. That was intense, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, my ear itch. I need something to get in there.
So when I went through that stuff, uh I forget what I was gonna say. Sorry.
Well,
Sorry,
I
brother, let
The
it
ear
out.
thing really threw me off, dude. What
sorry.
I'm doing,
Unfortunately,
trust me, comment below. There was a good 2 inches of metal that disappeared into his skull.
That's crazy.
And I'm watching it right here.
dude, my dad. I guess I picked it up from my dad. It was just like cleaning your ear with just whatever's around. because he always used like his truck key to clean his ear.
Yeah.
And he told me when he was younger in his like early 20s, he was doing that one time, just like rooting around his ear with a truck key, and somebody like bumped into him on accident, and it lodged the key in his ear. He had to go to the hospital, and it like completely
Jesus.
perforated his eardrum, just like stabbed right through it and fucked up his ear.
Oh,
That is
I
gnarly.
that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, when I went through my mental break, that's what I was saying. I was starting to put pieces together and trying to figure stuff out. And for me, it was just all the lies coming together. So you get told this whole story, this whole narrative, this whole agenda, like he's talking about your whole childhood up to adulthood, you're in college and high school, whatever. And you watch some of the videos online now when people are starting to say, like, I was told if I did X, Y, and Z that everything would work out. And then when it doesn't, they're breaking down crying in their car. And so for me, I found philosophy and I went back and I did first person principles and all this bullshit to like actually get a strong foundation and build back up. But if you start at The Simpsons, dude,
Yeah.
you can create a pretty crazy narrative for yourself in your
All
life.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, The Simpsons is not. That's
You
like
know,
building a
I
house
started with
from.
like self ownership and property rights and self autonomy and responsibility and accountability. And he's like, okay, the Harvard elites, this is the center of it all.
Yeah, trying to understand life and starting with The Simpsons is like building a. It's like building a house starting with the roof.
Yeah.
Like
And
it's not really the
and
foundation.
the road leads to setting yourself on fire in front of, was it in front of Trump Towers?
Yeah, or I think it was outside the courthouse.
But okay.
Yeah, where they're having that trial. Is I mean it's crazy, but I do think that there's a lot of factors like mental illness and I
Yeah.
guess just like the material conditions of our lives deteriorating to the point where people I think more and more people now are legitimately considering just killing themselves.
So somebody told me something a while ago that gave me like confidence to go on in life when I was getting stressed out. I was playing poker with a bunch of buddies, and the father that played with us was a retired chief of police in my town growing up. And I was super stressed and I was kind of bitching about it at the poker table. And he said to me, dude, life's not that bad. Worst comes to worst, you can always kill yourself. And it
Mhm.
was like everybody kind of laughed. And then when I was like driving home, I was like, oh, when you put it like that, it does kind of relax you so that you don't want to kill yourself. I know it's a weird
Well,
paradox,
that's
but if you
the
stress out and you're like, I have to kill myself because I can't get through this, instead you could just be like, actually, this isn't that bad because the alternative is setting myself on fire in front of Trump Towers.
isn't that
Just
the
figure out how to hook this camera up to the PC. It'll take me a couple more hours.
yeah, dude,
You know?
trying to deal with technology does make me where I'm like, dude, I might just fucking kill myself.
Yeah, I was like, I guess they call it stoicism or bearing your feelings, whatever. But like a woman would have been crying today because my mind was giving off the chemicals. They were like, weep. It's okay. You can do it. It's like just, and it was just all building up inside. And then it finally got it working. I was like, oh, perfect. Now I can go eat. And then I came back and it wasn't working again.
Dude,
And then I realized,
I've been trying to figure out more about streaming because I've been like we've been getting into live streaming and I've been trying to look into like what is the software that actual streamers use.
yeah.
These like OBS softwares, and I downloaded one and was trying to figure out, and I had that same thought where I was like, I might just fucking end it, dude. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. I like the chemicals just get released. And if you don't remember that your body's like you're on drugs all the time, like we think about doing alcohol and like caffeine or whatever, but you're on drugs all the time. Your body's making chemicals and releasing them in. If you forget
Hell
that
yeah.
sometimes your body releases the drug, kill yourself,
Hmm.
you can get yourself in a lot of trouble because you have to just be like, okay, this too shall.
Yeah, isn't that
Yeah.
that's also like the central thesis of the Camus did like what his treatise, the myth of Sisyphus. Have you read that?
The, so Sisyphus is I thought Sal was going to make a joke, but he's the guy that pushes
The boulder.
the boulder up and then it comes back down.
Yeah, Albert Camus, who the French philosopher who wrote The Stranger, he also, one of his other big like famous works is like a philosophical treatise called The Myth of Sisyphus. And the sort of like central thesis of this is that like as you go about your life, you're met with like so much hardship and suffering and just endless toil and struggle. So what is stopping any of us from just killing ourselves? Like that's the ultimate philosophical question according to
Like
him.
Hamlet.
What?
Hamlet.
What does that mean?
You got to
Sal?
bring up food again.
To be or not to be.
Okay, honestly,
That is
fair
the
enough.
question.
Damn, Sal.
Oh, yeah.
God damn, dude.
Yeah,
You know what
to
I'm
be or
saying?
not to be, that is
Whether
the
tis
question.
nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of
What the
outrageous
fuck is
fortune,
happening?
or to take arms against
He's
a
got this
sea of
pulled up.
troubles,
He's
and
got
by
this pulled up.
opposing end them. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's
Yeah, I know
crazy?
exactly what you're saying. What the
Is
fuck
I've
is this?
heard this speech 100 times, and this is the first time that I'm recognizing it. To be or not to be is to live or not to live.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I thought it was like kind of like, should I be myself or should I
Well,
be?
here's the thing, though. Um, what if you end up dreaming?
What?
Would that be worse? Just endless dreams.
Well, what is happening? This is this is flowers for Salgernon. Sal just had like
To die, to
this
sleep,
brilliant moment of
Let's
clarity.
talk-
to
Wait, he's in the
sleep,
state. You
par
got to talk to him
chance to
about crypto.
dream.
He might be able to figure it out.
That's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams
All
may
right. So now he's
come.
reading. Now he's reading. I can see.
I'm
that
not
he-
reading.
I
You're
didn't think he was
definitely
at
reading
first.
it.
Are you serious?
You have
At
this
first I did it,
memorized.
but then at the end-
Yeah, from college.
Okay.
Did you get hazed?
That's honestly all I know. See, if I was reading it, I would have done the whole thing.
Because I don't even have it. I don't have it memorized.
My memory.
Yeah, something about when we have shuffled off this mortal coil. It's really good, bro.
Hamlet's very good.
Yep.
Hamlet's great.
I'm actually applying for jobs.
Sal's got Indeed pulled up right now.
Yeah.
Indeed or not indeed? That's the
Indeed
question.
or not indeed. That is the question.
Sal, you're right. Honestly, that is exactly what we're talking about.
How is it crazy that Saul, of all the people, came up with that right now?
That was
Yeah, I
dude,
mean,
that's why he's the star of the show. That's
One of those
Sal-
things, you
Um,
want to live or die.
I mean, I do. You're right. The endless dream of existence, I think, that's probably true. Like we live inside of a dream. That's what they say at the end of Twin Peaks. That's what Dale Cooper says. Is we live inside of a dream. So it probably, have you ever done ketamine?
I've done DMT.
No.
I did some ketamine infusions. I had ketamine therapy to try and help with what I was going through. And you do it like when you dissociate on ketamine and like drift away into whatever this like state of non-existence is, for that hour it's this very real feeling, real and not real feeling of just like everything exists as like a dream within a dream within a dream, and that whatever we think of as real is real in as much as we perceive it, but is not necessarily real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like reality itself is contingent upon our perception of it.
It's a construct.
Yeah.
I just got the gallery mode up, by the way.
Okay, nice. So I guess all that's to say is you don't have to set yourself on fire. And what Camus says in the Myth of Sisyphus is he constructs his sort of treatise around the idea of this Greek myth, the Sisyphus, is that Sisyphus is doomed to this eternal struggle of having to push this boulder up a hill and it rolls back down. There's no progress being made. He just has to do this day in and day out, no matter what. And then it kind of reflects our lives. And Camus says that there is that it's within the struggle itself that we find joy and meaning. That there's not going to
Get
be
your
this.
sister Ethereum in here.
Do what?
Said, Camus, get your sister Ethereum in here.
Camus, get Sisyphus and Ethereum in the house.
Ethereum, Sisyphus.
Ethereum, Sisyphus. Dinner been ready.
Sorry.
I
don't know.
I think I got physicists.
Hold on.
I miss physicist class.
Yeah, I mean he makes the point.
Syphilis class.
Yeah, syphilis class. He makes the point that there's not going to be this moment where you finally get this boulder at the top of the hill and you can stand there and go, okay, I've accomplished everything and I feel at peace now. That there's just this eternal struggle and that we have to reach within and find the reason for being through that struggle. And that the only way out of that is just to kill yourself. It's like if you don't want to go through any of this, you always have that option to kill yourself, and yet most people don't.
Yeah.
And so that's his big philosophical question is, life can get real fucking bad for a lot of us, and most of us, no matter how bad it gets, don't actually kill ourselves. Like we choose to go on. And so like, what is that? Like, what is it about being human where no matter how shitty it gets, a lot of us would rather still be here than just check out.
I mean, it hurts. Doesn't it hurt to kill yourself?
I guess it hurts, but a lifetime of dog shit also hurts.
Some of it's got to be genetic too, like because the gene sets that are good at killing themselves kill themselves and then don't replicate, and the gene sets that are bad at killing themselves move forward.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wake up most days and I'm like, okay, what am I going to do today? And if I take too much caffeine, it sends me on a trip. And then I'm rushing through like 3 weeks of anxiety in a couple hours. And I'm like, I don't even want to live anymore. Why do I do this? And then this morning I just got up, I had some sunshine, and I was just calmly like opening a can of olives like a Greek. And I was just like, man, life is great. And so it's like one day is like that, and the other day is like whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, why don't I off myself yesterday when I was on that caffeine high and I hated myself? And today I love opening a jar of olives. And I don't know.
Yeah, that's very Greek. Philosophize and then
Cool.
open up some olives.
Just opening a can of olives thinking, why is this so satisfying right now? And like 2 days ago, I was just, I can't get enough done. Go, 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 go.
You do look
That's
like
in the moment.
You do look very Greek. You do look like Kratos does now. Kratos.
Yes, I love God of War. That was
Like the new ones.
I didn't play the son, him and his son.
Okay, yeah, because so you played the ones in Greece. You haven't played the ones in.
Yeah, I played PlayStation 2.
Okay, yeah, because
God of War 3. I think was the last one I played.
Yeah, so that's the last one that's in Greece. That's like chronologically, because I think there was like a couple of others that were like prequels.
Are
or
the
something.
new ones in Israel?
The new ones are in Israel.
Yeah,
and it's in the time of Christ.
The West Bank.
Yeah, Kratos has to fight off the Romans and all the people that are trying to kill Christ, the Jews.
Yeah,
no,
his origin story is a really good story for life.
Oh yeah, like
he's just got all that power. And he goes into a blind rage, and then he wakes up. His family's murdered, and then their ashes are burnt, and he's
coated in their
with the blood from killing them, and then his body is white from the ash of his falling family, so he's marked with that for life.
Yeah, the ghost of
Like
Sparta.
it's a scar he carries with him. It's like video games fucking rule. This was $60.
The new ones, I haven't played Ragnarok, but I played the one before it, the first one in Norway or wherever he is. It's like now he's up against the Norse pantheon, the Odin and Thor and Balder and all them.
Yeah.
And so the first one of these is because like God of War 3 ends with him where you think he's killed himself. Like he defeats Zeus and then stabs himself through the gut with the sword of Sparta or whatever that sword of Olympus. And then turns out he actually lived and somehow at some point made his way to like ancient Scandinavia, like Norway in that area. And then he fucks a new lady and has a son. And now these games are an attempt to redeem Kratos. So he's like much more he's more chill and loving and stoic and not prone to rage and violence. But that gets brought back out of him when the Norse gods start knocking at his door. And a lot of the criticism of the against these games is that it kind of removes a lot of what made the original God of War fun, which is just like he's fucking angry and swinging his blades around.
Yeah.
That there's not a lot of like ethos or this like schmaltziness. It's just a guy who's mad. And these
Oh,
ones
when you
are
say schmaltzy.
these ones are more focused on like the connections that Kratos is building with his son and then all these other people.
Yeah. Kratos, it's really Kratos 4. It's really about the friends we make along the way.
Honestly that is what these new ones are. He doesn't want to go to war, he doesn't want to be violent, and he's kind of like thrust into this.
Maybe I can become the god of talking it out. I don't know. It's time.
The god of
Dude,
schmaltziness.
that's literally what they are. That is like it's his journey to become the god of talking it out.
So it's not in Israel.
It's not in no.
Yo, I think tonight we're the gods of talking it out.
We have
Yeah.
been going quite a while. We should probably let's take it in for folks. Play God of War.
Yeah. Sponsor of the show, longtime friends, God of War.
Yeah, God of War is cool. Dave, where can people find you? You do vlogs, you do stuff.
Yeah, I did a cross country trip to Skankfest last year. And I was
Nice.
like talking to myself on my 45-day road trip. So I just started recording some of the stuff. Because, and not to get too long-winded, but I don't know. I just kind of figured things out. And I know that the young bucks out there are kind of like trying to figure out direction. And then your choices are like Andrew Tate and friggin' Ben Shapiro or like Rich Cooper, these guys that are like seem like money hustlers.
Mm.
And so I just started posting some of the stuff that I kind of like figured out along the way in my life and philosophically. And a lot of it ends up circulating around the Bible and like family and stuff like that. So if you're interested in like kind of like self-help from a fucking like people tell me to clean my act up and don't say no words and be cool, but it's like I think the drudges of society need philosophy too. So I can be a fucking asshole and a comedian and talk to those people. So if that's something you'd be interested in, you should come hit me up on Twitter and check out my blog and stuff. It's
And
Dave Wright the Thinker.
Yeah, what is your Twitter?
Dave W the Thinker.
Okay,
Because I'm not the baseball player, so if I kind of have the Luis J. Gomez problem. If you just type in Dave Wright, I'd be like 100th on the list, so I had to come up like here. So it's Dave W the Thinker.
Yeah, at Dave W the Thinker on X, formerly Twitter, and then you have where's your
if you click in my bio, you'll get to my website. You can either read my blog, I write the blog out, or you can go to YouTube, Rumble. I host on BitChute, which is a blockchain. So you can watch my videos there. Some of them are 5 minutes long. They're me with my shirt off, laying in bed, just having a thought, like when I was thinking about our grandmothers having us in their belly. And other ones are 45-minute talks. And now that I have my camera set up, thanks to you guys, I'll probably be doing more like this type stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
You have a good speaking voice. Very
Good
calm,
audio.
very calm and New Hampshire-y.
Yeah, I was from Boston and I grew up pretty traumatic down there. And so coming up here was godsend. I'm very calm, very peaceful. I love it up here. It's like let's
Um,
just say I like the types of people that live up here. So, folks, hey folks.
I know. Hey, I'm
No,
picking it. I'm picking it up.
it's a lot more peaceful. It's starting to literally we had a cop car right before I moved, like burned in front of our malls as they were looting where I lived before, and so this has been a helpful change. Yeah.
Yeah, you have an ASMR voice. You have a very like
Yeah. I don't know.
um
I feel like I should be talking louder, but
no, you have like it's like the calmest man from Boston. Because I hear it every now and then, like when you say Boston, you're like
yeah.
Boston.
So,
But it's not. It doesn't have the stank on it that like Bobby Kelly or Mark Wahlberg do.
yeah, I used to. So my mother was a Greek immigrant and my father was born in Iowa. And so when I learned English, neither of them really knew how to speak English. So you'll hear every now and again, I'll say like washcloth, like my father, or like other words that have like a wet Midwestern mixed with the New England, mixed with Boston, mixed with like Greek. And then certain words I just don't even know how to pronounce. And people just never called me out on it. So then my world gets shattered like 50 years later. You know?
Well, life, life is a journey. We're always learning. It's always an education.
Yeah.
Sal taught us. He taught us Hamlet tonight, and
Man, I love me some Hamlet.
Hamlet's good. Have you seen the one with David Tennant, the BBC production with David
No,
Tennant
actually.
and Patrick
Is it pretty
Stewart?
good?
It's good. They do like a Boz Lerman thing where it's set in modern times, but it's the same script.
I like the one with Professor
Wait,
Lockhart.
the only one I saw, I think, had John Leguizamo in it. Is that what you're just talking about?
No, the
Or I
one
thought that was him. What
the
was that? Didn't he do a Shakespeare one?
tons of people have done it. Kenneth Branagh did a full
It's like
script.
Spanish Shakespeare.
Kenneth or no, John.
Spanish
You're
Shakespeare.
talking. Yeah, you're talking about Romeo and Juliet, the
Oh
Boz Lerman.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's the like most famous example, and a lot of people do this where they'll take Shakespeare and set it in like a contemporary setting, but keep the script
Yeah.
as it was, and so it's like the anachronistic, this like juxtaposition between the way people are speaking versus what you're being shown, and I guess it shows you the timelessness
Yeah.
of the words, the script. So there's a BBC production of Hamlet with Patrick Stewart as King Claudius and David Tennant as Hamlet. It's very good. It's not a full script. They edited a little bit. I think the only full script that's ever been filmed was
God bless him.
the Kenneth Branagh movie, which is like 5 hours. But it's still very good. Anyway, Sal is on X, formerly Twitter, at FattyWop420,
Thank you.
He's
FATTY.
hard to find. I looked everywhere to follow you. So you guys should add him to the community or something, or put him under the have your agent put his handle underneath.
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
talk.
reach out
I'll
to
have my
my
agent call Dalton's agent.
Yeah.
yeah.
If you get your people can get together, figure
Yeah.
this out.
Well, I mean, I guess when we started this, we didn't talk about there wasn't a plan on how public Sal and Kevin wanted to be. Now Kevin's not even on the show anymore, and Sal's got the taste of notoriety. So
I've removed my Instagram from my Twitter, so you can't find pictures of my wife and kids anymore.
yeah, don't do that. By the way, don't go rooting around and looking
Yeah,
for
you hear
pictures.
that, Reddit? Whatever you do not root around in Saul's life and post pictures of his
Yeah, you
wife.
just try sand yourself with that one. You just
Yeah.
try sanded yourself.
You want to post pictures of my big titty Latina wife?
Well,
Whatever.
if you guys ever need a third
Whatever.
to be like a Dave Smith to just sit in the corner and say stupid stuff and then laugh, I'll be in. You guys are cool hang. I was a little
Thanks,
nervous
man.
coming in. I wasn't sure what to expect.
I mean, it's just kind of a hang. I mean, I had an idea for what I wanted to talk about, which is crypto, and I think we covered the nuts and bolts of it. I mean,
I
we'll
don't
get
think we
in.
covered even a half of a percent.
We barely scratched the surface. We didn't really get into it too much, but it
Yeah.
kept confusing Sal, and he kept grimacing at the mere mention of the word crypto. But we're definitely going to talk about it again at some point because I'm invested.
Yeah.
And
I think that everybody should at least just look into how they can own some. And if they have some on an exchange because of the FTX stuff, they should figure out how to own whatever they own, especially if they put a lot of money into it.
Yeah.
And whatever a lot is to everybody.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about the FTX scam because I mean there was a lot of people lost their fucking lives on that one. Like,
Yeah.
I read something that because he got sentenced or he got found guilty. I don't know if they've done the sentencing yet, but there were all these testimonies coming out from people who got scammed, and it's like the people, another group of people who are saying like, "Yeah, I'm thinking about just killing myself because I can't. There's no way I can ever make that money back."
Yeah, shouldn't. I guess I shouldn't laugh about that. It's just funny to me because it is like the guy that burnt himself with the Simpsons or whatever. It's like picture a Simpsons episode. They're like, okay, what's the character's name? Is like it's Sam Bankman Fried. Okay, and what's he do? Well, he runs this bank and he's a Jewish guy. He's got curly hair. It's like, nah, it's too on the nose. You got to change it. No one's gonna believe this story. It's like, he literally filled all the stereotypes, and everybody still threw millions of dollars at him. And he funded uh the the politicians. A
Yeah,
lot of that
I
money.
mean, I think it's cool
What's
that
crazy? I,
millennials got a Madoff, that we got our own Madoff.
I was gonna say that's what I was gonna bring up. I know it's going long now, but Madoff, everybody got paid back. I don't know if people know this, but even people that cashed out from the investments from the Ponzi scheme, um, they had to take that money and that they got from the investments, give it back to them to reimburse everybody, and eventually, most, if not all, the people got paid back. So the fact that the Sam Bankman-Fried didn't do that makes me think that because a lot of it went to these political campaigns, that they knew ahead of time that this was going to be money shuffled into that political campaign at the time, because they're not making those CPACs and stuff give the money back so that that he can give the money back to the investors and make people whole again, which they've done in the past. They did it with uh, the original Ponzi scheme, so they can do it. And because it's on a blockchain, they could do it even easier because there's a record on the ledger.
So, but there's a chance that could still happen, right?
I haven't been paying attention, but I doubt that like the Biden administration is going to give a bunch of their campaign donations that went through the CPAC back to the CPAC, and he probably gave to, I don't know any other politicians, so I'm not trying to be a a conservative righty or whatever, but I know that he gave it to multiple political campaigns. But Biden, he was one of the biggest donors to. Danny Polachek did a bunch, like a bit on it and stuff, talking about how the worst part about losing his life savings was that he funded the Democratic Party with his money.
Did Danny lose a bunch of money on that?
Yeah, it's crazy too. I don't know if he wants to bring it up, but I had a talk with him at Skankfest 2022 outside, and I was like, "Bro, you got to get your money off of FTX." And he's like, "Oh, it's all in cash." And he's like, "No, no, no, you got to get it off of XTX." Um, so yeah, he was pretty pissed for a while, and it was running a bit. Uh, and he wanted to box. He even said he wanted to box him at Skankfest and all that stuff. You know.
I didn't know that happened to him.
Yeah, he
That
can go over the
sucks.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, he's not the only one. I'm not going to say any of the financial stuff because I don't know if he's wiped it or whatever. But it was a decent sum of money. I don't think it was his real life savings, and he mentioned it on a couple shows how much it was, uh, and it was like a good chunk of change. So it's sad.
Like hundreds of thousands.
No, 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 no. But more than the like poverty yearly income.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's a good chunk of change.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that sucks that
He
he
kind of stopped talking about it, so I don't want to.
yeah, you don't want to put his business out there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's financial business, so
Um, I've certainly lost a ton of money myself, but
yep,
we build it back with podcasting.
yep,
Um, but Dave, thank you for coming on.
yep. Thanks for having
Um,
me. It's
yeah,
nice meeting
and
you, Sal.
friend of the show.
Yeah, man.
We'll
Thanks for
have
meeting
you
me.
we'll have you back on with some. We'll dive further into crypto at some point.
It was really a heady conversation.
If I
Very-
start streaming, or I actually wanted to talk to you, Dalton, one time when we'll talk, maybe we can do some stuff on my stuff or whatever about the crypto and the mental health stuff if you'd be interested.
I'd be happy to do
Be
that.
valuable to young guys.
Yeah, I'd be happy to do that, and I could promote it on my shit and help
Nice.
boost your numbers. Maybe I have quite the following now. You know, over 9,000 Twitter.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, Sal, have you seen this? So I expected after going to, I know Sal's trying to get out of here, but I expected after I go to Dalton to see how many he's got because of this titty videos, the reviews. I go to yours and I was expecting that you'd be at least half. And I was like, what's going on with this guy? How come I can't even find it? And then I look and you're doing stand up too, right?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you're not doing stand up?
He doesn't do it anymore because he busted inside of a woman, his
Oh.
children.
So yeah.
Ethereum and Sisyphus, his children.
Just not at the moment, you know.
Yeah, but Sal's
I
not.
love stand up. That's how I heard about it, Dalton or whatever. So I was gonna get excited about. I'm gonna dive into some of those videos because I just found them today. I want to see.
Sal's very funny. Sal's a funny
Oh, thank
dude.
you.
Yeah,
he doesn't. He hasn't worked on his stand up or his social media in quite some time, but he's getting the thirst for social media again. I've seen it.
Oh, yeah, I got the fire in my eyes. I might
Yeah,
get
that
back
wasn't
on
a
stage
shot
again.
at Sal. That wasn't a shot at Sal.
No,
I might get back on stage again here soon. I haven't burned all
Yeah.
my bridges yet. I
Do
can
it.
still go back to hyenas, Dalton.
No, you like that's things you never really burn bridges. Is like if you build an audience like through this and develop any sort of like social capital through podcasting, the clubs will fucking have you. Like if you have
Yeah, that's
some
true.
sort of like we don't have like a huge audience yet, but I mean we have a sizable audience for sure.
I wonder who all would come from the Corn
The Corn Federates, oh dude, they're out there. And the channel grows each day. You know, we get at least one new subscriber each day, which is, you know, to me that's a success. So, you know, we're cooking. And yeah, Dave, I'd be happy to come on your shit.
I know it's hard because it's spread out everywhere or whatever, but imagine you did a show and
Gross.
1,500 people showed you stand up.
Exactly.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Like I have 100 that's on my YouTube, and I think to myself at this point, all right, I got 100 people paying attention. That's insane.
Yeah.
Like I went to a room and I had to talk to 100 people, I'd be nervous.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool as shit.
So you guys are doing great.
Dude, if I just do like a spontaneous, like if it's 4 a.m. and I just start streaming out of nowhere, I get like 20 people that tune in, which is like pretty incredible.
That is, yeah. You guys are doing awesome.
Yeah, so I mean, we're having a good time over here at the. Oh, hold on. This is how we'll close out.
The billionaire buttholes.
Yeah.
Hold on, don't say
clear it
it
out.
yet. This has been Corn Fed with Dalton Pruitt only on the Billionaire Podcast Network.
Jarvis?
Wait.
Wait,
It was worth all the Foley on.
Hold
it.
on,
do it
that
again.
that actually worked out kind of nice. Did you hear that at the end?
No, do it again.
Oh, listen to this.
That was awesome. Yeah.
Jarvis?
You like that? Nice. All right, boys. Later.
All right.
See you.
This
Sal.
has been fun. Thank you. I love
Thank
you,
you,
Sal.
guys.
Love you, Dave.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank
boys.
you all.
Thanks for having me, guys.
We still do a Patreon at some point. But anyway, I'm hitting stop now and stop.